worry about it. I got it. And we are live. We are back with our week 3 reactions to all the NFL action. I'm here with the usual suspects. We got Hefe, we got Lonnie, we got Riddell, meal prepping Riddell. So new Riddell.
Live cooking right here. Live cooking, man.
We got Early. We got Mo. Michael will join us here in a little bit. But fellas, week 3 was week 3 had a lot of, because a lot of y'all was talking kind of shiesty on our last Saturday show, yesterday, and a lot of people's rent's due already. So fellas, let's start with the man who wants to get a little nasty. Let's start with you, Lonnie. Let's start. What did you think about week 3? And then pick a game that you really want to focus on. We'll start off with that. We're not going to be here for a long time, but let's have a good time.
What game should we start off? Because it was a crazy week. Let's start with just a terrible game overall. Let's start with the Saints and Eagles game. How about that? Yeah. Most face says it all. So to me, that game was ugly on both sides. Nick Sirianni, I think I said in the chat, he's on the hot seat regardless whether they win or lose. 5 rushing attempts for Saquon at halftime is egregious.
Facts.
I don't know what he was thinking.
They were actually playing to run very well, by the way, but I guess niggas been watching.
But still, 5 attempts.
No,
I know you're playing well. You're gonna give your best weapon without AJ Brown. You're gonna give him 5 attempts at halftime in 2 quarters. That doesn't make.
Well, I mean, we did pay Jalen Hurts some type of money, right?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say. So
I ain't no keep nothing. I'm getting tired of this. Y'all keep talking about Nick Sirianni, dog. Speak about Jalen Hurts, man.
If Jalen Hurts is not playing, hold on, Mo. I'm gonna let you cook. Yeah, let me say this real quick to Early. If Jalen Hurts is not in that game, the Eagles lose that game.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
All right, Brandon, you got to be done for that because you sound absolutely.
I'm trying to talk about Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts definitely made a lot of mistakes. He was definitely inconsistent throughout the whole game.
Absolutely.
Talking about, man.
But there were some good.
Hold on, Mo. Let Lonnie go. Then hey, fellas, let Lonnie go.
I'm being fair because Jalen Hurts was definitely inconsistent the whole game. I'm not gonna say that he wasn't. There were some key plays that he did make. Like even Goddard said in the press conference, like that play before that, like 50-yard run that Goddard did. He said that Jalen recognized the scheme that the Saints were doing. He made the adjustment, and that's how they ended up doing that. So without Jalen recognizing what the Saints defense were doing, they don't get that big play from Goddard. Goddard went crazy with 170 yards. They lost Devontae Smith. Jalen Hurts had also a few good key runs too. But overall, in terms of passing, he was mid. He was kind of below mid. I wouldn't give him like a C- overall for the game.
Jalen Hurts did not win that game. Derek Carr won the Eagles that game.
Facts. Dallas Goedert won in that game.
Point blank period.
As I just said about Dallas, as I just said about Goddard, the reason why he had that big like 50-yard plays because he said Jalen Hurts changed.
Saints have the ball, and how many times did they give it up? Because of Derek Carr, because Derek Carr made bad decisions, and he didn't put the ball.
Yeah, speaking of Derek Carr, can you pull up that thing?
They were running across the field.
Give me a second. Y'all keep going.
Go ahead, Mo.
There were plays with Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed. These guys were wide open running across the middle, dude, and Derek Carr never got it there. Because I told you. He's still going to make mistakes. Right now, I love the streak that he was on. But today was the old Derek Carr. And it was only a matter of time. Now, what's he going to do from here? The next step is just going to have to be, man, what are you doing, man? So today, that was a warning. That was a warning shot.
Where was Rashid? Because he had 5 targets and nothing. Like
he was locked up. Bro, Darius Slay locked his ass up. That's what happened.
It wasn't just that he was locked up. He had Darius Slay on him. Let's get that out the way. He had Darius Slay on him.
That's a nasty quote.
Garner Johnson, bro. Stop it, bro.
You do not send Rashid Shaheed up to the ball like that. You do not send him one-on-one with somebody. You run him open You throw him open. That's what you do with Rashid Shaheed.
They've been doing that all year. They've been Shaheed makes a move, gets past the defender, and it's a one-on-one, and he makes the play. The thing is, he tried to do that against Darius Slay and Kenyon Mitchell, and it just didn't work. And I told y'all that offense was going to get figured out, and look what happened. That offense got figured out. Them fraudulent ass Saints. Hey, let's be real. What happened in this game is that this is the true Saints, not just Derek Carr, but the entire team. And you know what? It wasn't just Jalen Hurts was mid, but let's not call the entire Eagles offense mid because the best running back in football took that defense left, right, and center all second half.
If Derek Carr would have played Rodell, I swear to you, Saquon would not have had the good day that he would have had today.
Yo, Lane Johnson got taken out the game. Devontae Smith got taken out the game. They lost their right guard too.
Derek Carr,
ball in their hands.
Like,
Derek
I'm sorry,
Carr's
like,
not going to be the one making the tackle on
defense by the
Saquon.
Eagles was abysmal the whole game. This is like when I say like defense and offense, like the play calling was abysmal the whole game. Still lost.
The story of the game for me is 100%. Not only the
Saints lost the
offense,
game.
not the Saints offense.
No,
but
they
also,
didn't. The Eagles won the game.
This was Mitchell's coming out. What's his full name? The cornerback.
Kenyon Mitchell.
This was his coming out party. I was very impressed. He is honestly looking like the most solid defender on that team right now. And it's going to be very important for the Eagles moving forward for him to be very good. Because if he can be good with Slay on the other side, who's not what he once was, but still very solid, this defense can continue to trend upward. But, yeah, I think Derek Carr, I'm actually not super down because he didn't make any glaring mistakes. He just couldn't convert on third down. They just could not convert on third down. That was that story of the game. I thought Alvin Kamara still played very well. I'd still be high on Kamara if I was a Saints fan. And I think that the defense is actually legit. And I think that they showed that today. And as far as Jalen Hurts, the last thing I'm going to say is I don't necessarily hate the fact that he didn't play well. But he had a lot of stretches in that game where he was making elite plays. Like that play where they didn't get any points or the drive at the end of the first half, that was 3 beautiful plays by Jalen Hurts, and you didn't get any points because Nick Sirianni decided to go for it on fourth. And I thought Nick Sirianni's play calling and decisions led to the fact that the Eagles didn't have any points at the beginning of the half. I thought it was unacceptable from him, but I'll give the Eagles as a team credit to rally there and win that game. Good for them.
Michael's cooking. The reason why the Eagles won the game and not he's cooking because we got to be very clear. Nick Sirianni had multiple chances in the red zone to put points on the board, and he kept on going for it on fourth down. That is so stupid. That's so dumb. Like, what are we doing?
Especially when you're only down 3 points. You're not down by 2 possessions. What the hell are you doing? Just get a field goal. Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, I mean, this goes on Derek Carr for sure, but it's just the third down, the critical situations that just wasn't there for the Saints today. And I mean, am I worried? I mean, I don't know if I'm worried, honestly, because when it comes to their division and everything, it's really a 3-team division right now. And the
maybe 4 teams
is lost. So
no,
not Carolina.
I just want to say this real quick. Does anybody realize how long the Eagles had the ball the whole game?
Right, but isn't that indicative on the fact that Jalen? Isn't that indicative?
They did not. They had the ball. Talk about mistakes. The fact of the matter is, the Eagles had the ball. That shows that they're not. First of all, Jalen Hurts is not the quarterback y'all think he is because he had a lot of time.
I don't think he played bad.
Should have run the score up a lot further if he was one of those guys, but that didn't happen.
Wait, Lonnie. The fact that they controlled.
Can I speak now? Do I have to put y'all all in the back so I can beat all of what I did? I'm going to have to start mute mics.
Old Derek Carr and they ball up.
Yo, Mo, your mic's cutting in and out. Let's figure that out.
Can I just say it's indicative?
Let Early go.
Sorry, Early.
Because all you niggas didn't watch the game apparently.
Okay, bro.
So was it Nick Sirianni's fault, right? So look, we can say that Saquon should got the ball more in the first half. Yeah, whatever. He fixed it in the second half. Was it Nick Sirianno's fault when they was in the red zone and Jalen Hurts threw the pick? That was Nick Sirianno's fault.
No, dude. Oh
Like,
my
no,
God. We're
Mike,
just gonna
Mike,
do
they
this
won't say that
again, bro.
You
They
talked
won't say that
enough,
they
Mike.
good. I'm
You
confused.
talked enough. So was it Nick Sirianno's fault when he threw the pick in the red zone? Because y'all said the reason why he didn't score in the first half is because Nick Sirianno. So if I give you play calling to get you in the red zone and you throw a pick, is that my fault? Oh, was it my fault when you
should have ran the ball?
And you lucky the Saints didn't. The Saints tried to go for it and didn't have any. Honestly, the biggest problem with the Saints this game, in all honesty, this is why I say niggas didn't watch the game. Because you sit here and you said Quinion Mitchell, and as good as Quinion Mitchell was, if you watch the game, the reason why the Eagles defense was so dominant is because Jalen Carter was looking like young Aaron Donald out there.
Yeah.
He was in the backfield.
So Mitchell
play.
wasn't good.
He caught. Yo, Mike, you got your. Let me talk for. I was quiet. He was in the backfield. The play when they tried to go for it with Alvin Kamara, backfield. He literally controlled the line of scrimmage the entire game. The entire game. The biggest concern about the Saints, and y'all let Riddell come on here and say they're not legit. The biggest concern about the Saints, in all honesty, is that when it comes to that wide receiver core, it just showed you that you guys don't have a real number one out there. Now, we can say we like Chris Olave because we like him because we love his name and he went to Ohio State. But in actuality, bro, Chris Olave was not getting it done with one-on-one coverage. They were literally manning up, saying our D-line is stronger than y'all's. We'll get in the backfield. We'll beat y'all with four-man pressure. We'll do some schemes here and there. But y'all literally was getting strapped up. It literally took number 70 taking Darius Slay out the game, which I think was on purpose for you guys to finally get
that was nasty. That was nasty. Yeah.
They literally was just strapping y'all. They wasn't doing nothing fancy. They was manning up on y'all and letting they D-line rush y'all 4 people, and we're gonna beat y'all this way. That was the biggest problem. Chris Olave and Rashid, listen, as good as Rashid is a gadget guy, to be honest with you. Today's show, when it comes to real corners, number one corners on you, you ain't good enough, my man. You ain't good enough. In all honesty, if you guys had a number one who could have got open that whole entire game, that game would have been a whole different ball game. Go ahead, Random.
No, I just wanted. I was asking. Can we get?
I'm gonna get the pick or the at least a picture of the Jalen pick because obviously Marley was talking.
I know what Marley is talking about. So basically, Devontae Smith. I think it was more Jalen Hurts' fault. Devontae Smith should have cut in
the coverage.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So there was a safety right behind, and Devontae Smith probably should have, when he made his cut, should have cut deeper inside to go for the ball. But also, you got to realize Devontae Smith is like, what, 170? Like, you think he's going to body someone like that? So that's probably like a little unrealistic.
Yeah. I mean, he's like 6'1" now. I think he's probably 180. I don't know if
the truth of the matter is that Jalen Hurts,
but he's still
very names. The truth of the matter is Jalen Hurts throws the names. All honesty, when you watched last week, guys, did y'all watch that game? Number 18 was wide open, literally 5 yards underneath of Devontae Smith. You want Smith to be the guy to make the play to get downfield, and you force feed it. Jalen Hurts don't make good reads when he's passing the ball. He throws to names.
So
numbers.
Look, part of that is true, but it could be as simple as he doesn't have the rapport with 18. Brady would if you want to do that, then most quarterbacks throw to names. It's the people that they've trusted, that they've gone through the wars with, that you know that you rely on when the chips are on the table.
Why take you today, third game of the season, to start throwing to Dallas Goedert?
And it actually worked too.
Dallas Goedert,
which I've been screaming for them to do.
But at the same time, you have to give Jalen credit for the fact that he recognized the Saints defense. Because Goddard, Sirianni, they all said he recognized what the Saints were doing in the secondary. He adjusted the play, and that's what got Goddard that 50-yard play. Because
it's the same thing. You know what's crazy though? Because y'all will say this, y'all will sit here, y'all will talk about how it's the play calling. I heard the same stuff about my team with the Panthers. Dog, literally a new quarterback getting in the all of a sudden play calling ain't his bag.
I'm talking about Jalen.
He's not a good quarterback.
I'm saying Jalen
not a good quarterback.
Hold on. Same play calling. He's cooking with the Eagles.
Hold on. Early. early. So hold on, Lonnie, early.
Adjustment and
okay, goddamn Super Bowl game.
Early.
An okay Super Bowl game.
No,
right,
stop,
bro.
Michael. Stop. Early. So this is my only thing when you have your problems with Jalen Hurts. You want to blame him for everything wrong with the Eagles, and I can't remember the last
Does he
time.
not hold the Eagles back?
Hold on, early, please. The fact that I've never even heard you say anything bad about Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, bro.
Not anything bad at all.
I mean, he's not a good coach.
Well, no. First of all, you act like people are saying like that he played well today.
No,
he did not play well today. But when it was time to make the plays early, Jalen Hurts made the plays. Because my thing is, I don't think if this was Brock Purdy and he played the exact same game Jalen Hurts would, you would not be giving Brock Purdy the same amount of heat.
Here's the thing about me, random. I'm not a nigga who just don't like people because I like people like you do with Eli and Brock Purdy. You just don't like.
Here we go.
So
Here we go.
What does Eli have anything to do with this?
Don't put that on me.
Why are you getting mad at me? All I'm saying is you don't keep the same energy for different people.
I don't keep the same energy for who?
Early.
Brock Purdy for 3 weeks. What are you talking about? Come on,
he hasn't. Great point.
And I'm critiquing as the week go on.
But
I'm
the same guy.
No. This is what. Hold on.
Well, random. Let me add to your point real quick. My issue, and to kind of attach myself to what Random is saying, is because you said in the group chat, Jalen Hurts has the ball. You expected him to choke and lose the game. He makes the play to win the game, and he gets no credit. It's kind of crazy. He makes the play to win, but he gets no credit.
It should have been that close in the first place.
Can I just say, like,
should have been that close in the first place.
All of y'all had the Saints winning the game. All of y'all had the Saints winning.
We all
had the same thing. It's the same
except me.
It's the same thing I did last year. Y'all praise the nigga for making a play when he literally was one of the reasons why your team almost lost. Hey, bro, don't stab me and then stitch me up and think I'm supposed to say thank you.
He won, bro.
You
like,
won.
What are we talking?
He won. Like, I mean, Mahomes. You could say the same shit or same stuff from Mahomes. Like, Mahomes literally.
I don't care.
I don't want to get into that.
Who cares? I don't speak on Mahomes.
What do you mean who cares?
I don't
but
care.
I just
Okay.
We're
not getting anywhere. We're not. This is just turning into like Jalen defense and Jalen hate.
Yeah, we don't need to do this. We don't.
You niggas sit on here and y'all not being truthful, and it's getting annoying, bro.
Are being truthful.
I literally
don't know. No, stop. Fellas, I'm gonna start muting people. Early. We're moving on to the next game.
Don't do it with Brock
Purdy. Early. We're moving on. Early. We spent 15. Early. We've spent.
Jalen was mid. Saquon's the best running back in football. That's all I care about. Saquon being the best running back in football.
Thank God for him.
Okay, that's great. Let's move
random. But random. That's my problem though. Random. Y'all sit here and say I don't blame Nick Sirianni. I know Nick Sirianni nigga the coach. Whatever. So why we not? I'm gonna give Riddell this. While we say something about Jalen Hurts, let's talk about how literally Saquon Barkley put that team on his back. But we ain't talking about that though, right?
We will though. We nobody had when Riddell said that Saquon Barkley's nobody's combating him on that.
I can hear Riddell's.
Do that? Hey, Riddell. Honest question, Riddell. Do they get past the 50 and Saquon don't hit that run for 67 yards on that drive? The way that drive was going, Riddell. Do they get past the 50?
Oh no, there was
60 yards.
In that game, Jalen was pissing me off. Jalen was pissing me off. I was like, bro, Jalen, stop doing dumb things. But I was also pissed at Sirianni for not giving the ball to Saquon. I'm like, give the ball to Saquon Barkley, and look what happened. It's that simple. Jalen, he's on a little bit of like, you might just not be that guy. He might not, but that's fine. He's still a good quarterback. I don't think he's bad. He's still a good quarterback.
All I know is that it's guys, dog, Riddell. My biggest problem is this. And this is why I give Jalen Hurts a hard time. Same way we gave Dak a hard time. Same way we gave Jason Tatum a hard time. When you have an organization that puts the pieces, it's people who don't do that. Come on, man. Mike, you know this. It's guys that have been rooting for a franchise where people have starved. I watched Cam Newton starve and still get an MVP and still get the Super Bowl. There are guys who
Zach Martin starve.
Man. You don't get two number one receivers. You don't get a tight end. You don't get a number one running back.
Nobody's far early. Okay, you act like just because you have all the weapons early. You've been watching football since before I was even in America. You know that just because you have all the weapons, it doesn't mean you're gonna win all the time. Tom Brady's best team, he didn't win.
I mean, random. How many people don't get that?
It don't matter.
And honestly,
That's just
most
how
quarterbacks
works,
who win
bro.
MVPs don't win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Most of them don't win the Super Bowl.
Hey. Guess what? Cam Newton had that one ride to the Super Bowl. He didn't win it. Jalen Hurts right now had that one ride to the Super Bowl. He didn't win it. Winning Super Bowls is hard.
Come on, random.
Come on. No. But
okay, can we move
on?
Can we move
on?
We got to move on.
We're moving on because we don't need to do this anymore. We don't need to do this anymore. We don't.
But don't bring stuff up and then say let's move on. Don't do that. Because everybody on this panel will tell you that Eagles team is better than
early stop. Because I know you're trying to be nasty. You're trying to do all this. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do this at all. Let's move on to the next game. Mo, obviously we don't talk about your Saints anymore. Actually, no, what? Let's keep it nasty. Hefe, you wrote a lot of checks. Your mouth wrote a lot of checks. And Bo Nix actually looked confident against y'all as the Broncos walked into Tampa and put belt to ass.
I'm sorry who said Bo Nix wasn't that bad. Just said it. Just say he wasn't that bad. Just say it.
Hefe, go ahead, talk about your team. What happened?
Let's do it.
Go ahead.
Man, we was missing Vita Vea, showed up today. We had pressure on Bo Nix, could not get no pressure up the gut. It showed up today. It looked bad, man. Our DBs decimated. Look bad today. We look bad today. But Sean Payton has been playing against Todd Bowles for a while. He schemed them up. He routed it up. And everybody aside from Baker Mayfield and Bucky Irvin did not come to play. Everybody. And they all said in the interviews and press conferences, we just thought they was going to roll the ball to us and we was going to get the easy dub. And it showed, bro. It showed. It was an ugly game. Mike Evans, two drops. Chris Godwin, 3 drops. Cade Otton, 3 drops. A lot of guys let Baker down today, and it showed up. Shout out to the Broncos. They came out and handled business. They capitalized on us coming out. Thinking we just going to get an easy dub. It showed, and it showed in a lot of ways. Man, if it was any time for Bo Nix to get rolling and get started, it was today. And he did that. I respect him. I hate how we came out flat-footed and didn't get the dub. Man, that pissed me off, bro. It really pissed me off because why would we come out thinking they just gonna give us the game? We just had to do what we did last week. But all is well. All is well. We about to get healthy, and I think we're gonna look right next week on the Philly.
Definitely a trap game.
On the Philly.
All right.
And if anybody want to take your shot to Baker, want to take your shot to the Bucs, now's the time to do it, guys. Now's the time to do it. Because next week we get a lot. We get our right tackle back. We get Vita back. We get Antoine Winfield Jr. back. We get Kalijah Kancey back. We didn't have our 2 starting D tackles, our starting safety, and our starting right tackle, and it showed today.
True. Hefe, you did say that you weren't worried about it though yesterday, but no, Baker. It wasn't Baker's fault today. There was that one play I remember. I think it was like the 3rd quarter where like that guy caught the ball and then like he got tackled by those 2 guys and fumbled.
Yeah, that was our tight end, Cade Otton. He like, bro, nobody came to our defense, bro. CJ Brewer was our starting D tackle today. Like, if anybody wants to find out who that is, that'd be cool with me. But I don't even know who the dude is, bro. Like, that was our starting defensive tackle today. It just showed like we didn't get the pressure we needed. We stopped them from scoring after the 2nd quarter, held them to 6 points in the 2nd half, and couldn't put up no points, bro. No points. No points.
It looked like the Bucs defense was really stiff throughout a lot of the game. Like, they were just, I don't know. Some of them were second guessing. I know Bo Nix styled on them in that one run, and then like he did like the whole little that was funny. And then that short run by that Broncos running back. I don't know what noise that is.
Yeah.
He just juked that boy into the next dimension. That was just nasty. No, but it looks stiff. Rachaad White's not making me look good with me saying that he might be a top 10 running back this year.
He's hurt, bro. Rachaad White is hurt. He's playing hurt right now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's a lot.
A game or two. So
yeah, I think
game, but at the same time, this is a I think this is not that Baker's playing bad, but this is the second one where he has like under 200 yards. So it's like, but he has the pieces, the continuity.
Oh no, I'm putting an IPB out for this offense, bro. Week 1, we look good. And I'm glad you brought that up, Lonnie. Week 1, we look good. Week 2, it was a dogfight. You can say what you will. But if our right tackle affects our offense this much, bro.
Commanders.
Who'd y'all play week 1? Now I want him to say it. Who'd y'all play week 1?
Of course. I'm with you, Earl. I'm with you.
Listen, we're gonna have to start having conversations about playing bad teams and counting them wins. It's like it's just same thing with the Texans, right? I say, oh, I don't think Texans number 2. Y'all argue me down. We end up putting them 3. Oh, Texans are, hey bro, you played versus the Colts, who barely beat the Bears today. That was a terrible game. Who lost to the Packers, and then y'all beat the Bears. And look at how the Bears look today. Hey dog, stop acting like teams good because they barely beating bad teams. Because you see what happens? Them same team get exposed every time. Every single time. Don't count them wins. Let me see who you play dogs. The Vikings are legit.
Right.
Legit.
Right.
Ryan
you can't count your offense on who you played. Same thing with the Saints. This literally showed us that. Now, they ain't fraud like Riddell said, but this kind of just showed us that, oh, all right, wait a minute now. Now we see what y'all like versus some top corners and the top defense, what y'all offense really flowing like. And
but see, we look good last week. In a scrappy, dirty, hard-fought game. We look good.
Same time,
like we wasn't blown away on offense, but we won.
Goff also had a bad game.
Right, I'm not. And they also didn't run the ball. I'm with all that. But fact of the matter is, we pulled out the dub today. If we played a half of the game like we did against the Lions, we win today. That's the truth. Same players and everything. There was not that same effort today, bro. And we look bad.
I'm just impressed with. I think Bo Nix showed if you give him time, he can make something happen. I also think he benefited with the way the game script started, which basically was like 3 and out or whatever. So I think it has something to do with it. I think it's the first time that the Broncos actually put together a good performance on both sides of the ball, especially on defense. They had Patrick Surtain locking up the last 2 weeks, but it seems like the other players on the defense are starting to come together as well. So I think the way you beat the Broncos is you have to get pressure on them, and I don't think the Bucs were in a position to do that because of their injuries and the fact their defense, might be a little bit old. But yeah, I'm not necessarily hitting the panic button on the Bucs yet, though. And the Broncos, it's whatever.
A lot of them NFL teams, man, they just wake up and we think we're gonna win this, man. NFL, so y'all,
that's the way you lose.
These grown ass men, bro. I swear to God,
yeah.
Bro, these niggas get paid.
And you know what's sad, Earl?
And they don't be hungry.
That's the way you
like,
lose. Once you think you're gonna win,
really
you're gonna
a day off for real. Niggas want.
And you know what's sad, Earl? Everybody counted us out last week, just last week, bro. You would have thought we've been on a 5-game win streak or something, bro. Like who are you now to think that you could take a game off? This the NFL, bro. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's the early? Choose the next game.
We're gonna speak about my Panthers, man. Let me ISO real quick, cause I'm upset, man. My biggest concern, my biggest upset, is on Bryce Young, and I'm gonna tell you why. Man, you were so bad. You had me thinking that my team just sucked. Like, literally just sucked. Man, Andy Dalton looked like Joe Montana today, Slim.
Dan Marino.
Y'all sat there, and that's what I be talking. This is what I be talking about when y'all talk about Jalen Hurts. What pissed me off too about Jalen Hurts. Hey, dog, you literally, dog, a quarterback's play will have you thinking niggas ain't that, man. We acting like we just had a conversation about the Panthers got no weapons. Hey, Deontay Johnson is a weapon, dog. Like, if he playing like that, he a top 5 slot receiver in the league. You couldn't do nothing with him.
We don't need to cap now. Top 5 slot?
He was cooking. He was cooking today, bro. I seen.
Hey, random. I'm just cooking, bro. God damn, everything ain't got to be absolute African man.
You don't need to make outrageous statements either.
Looking like a top 5 receiver. I'm just saying how good he looked. That's all it is, man. God, leave. This is the sauce. You gotta put the sauce on it. You don't put no sauce
Let
on
Early
this
finish
food.
cooking.
On it.
Let Early finish cooking.
At the end of the day, Deontay Johnson was a mismatch nightmare in the slot. Too fast, too smooth, and was catching everything. And Andy Dalton seen it. Listen, the moment the waiver wire is free, I'm picking up Deontay Johnson on all my fantasy teams because that's clearly Andy Dalton's favorite target. Not only that, you had Chuba Hubbard running the ball. Can't wait till Jonathan Brooks get back. Not only that, J.C. Horn was on Devontae Adams' head. Now, we can sit there and talk about this, that, and the third, but I watched every bit of that game, and it hurt, too, because I had the Raiders. And, dog, I watched 3 times where Devontae Adams caught the ball and J.C. or Jackson punched it out of his hands as he caught it. So, I'm looking at this game, and I'm looking at our team, and I'm saying, oh, a difference of offense of a quarterback literally changed the whole team around. Because the Raiders ain't no bad team. They really not a bad team. They just, again, like the Bucs, we're going to come in here, we're gonna cakewalk this situation. I watched my right tackle look like an all-pro versus Max Crosby. Max Crosby couldn't do nothing with him. Shame on you, Bryce Young. Shame on you. No, he's a bust. I know we said, no, he's a bust. He just sucks. He just ain't meant to be an NFL quarterback. I damn a backup, damn years later. No, you don't deserve to be an NFL quarterback.
If that's the case, then
I'm being that nasty.
Early, 4 teams
nasty.
4 teams put in trade requests for him. If that's the case, then trade him.
So the only reason I'm gonna
if
fight
a deal
back against
that,
that,
we'll get rid of him.
So I'm gonna fight back against that. I understand you're being nasty early, but ever since your new ever since the new owner came in, every quarterback that's been in your organization that has left has been remarkably better. This is the same dude who's look, whether or not you want to say this, I still think that this is something that matters.
That ain't the owner,
this thing that's something that matters. The fact that Andy Dalton has played for 10 years in the league. I understand because this isn't just something that happens because of his thing. That matters early. If you're the hotshot new guy who drives a car, but you struggle, but then the guy who's been driving the same car as you for 10 years comes in, they call him in, he's the backup guy and he's better. The experience matters, bro. Hold on. Let me finish. Every other franchise that had a young player young quarterback did something. The Titans went out their way to go get Will Levis weapons. Now we know Will Levis is just bad. The Bears did everything they could. I don't want to hear, we don't have a first round pick. The Rams found a way to find players. You are blaming this is the same thing that you do. Bryce Young has not been a good quarterback. We understand that, but we cannot sit here and pretend like he has been supported. His first coach was fired 3/4 away in his first season.
So why the same? All right, this is what I be talking about.
And then you go over there looking at CJ. Yes, CJ was great. He was great. But also, you know what the Houston did? We're gonna go get him everything we think that can support him. Everything we can.
That might be a mistake, but.
Did Deontay, because Riddell, you don't want that be with me on this. Hey, Riddell, did Deontay Johnson and Xavier Gett not look like they could be serviceable guys when Andy Dalton was there?
Bro. No,
did the O-line not look better?
No, early. I'm with you because I said before the game even started, I said last year, don't forget when Andy Dalton had like a 30, it was 30-30
week 3.
Andy Dalton was cooking, and I'm like, if Andy Dalton does that again on this team, then we know who Bryce Young is. And the reason why, even though you can,
Bryce Young
that's fine to say that he doesn't have the necessary pieces to succeed, but at the same time, you also have to admit that he is not a good enough quarterback to lead your franchise.
Once again, because
in quarterback,
I'm not going to talk
in a perfect situation. He can maybe be good, like a Sam Darnold right now, like a Malik Willis right now. That's the camp of quarterback that we're saying Bryce Young is because he's a first overall pick. I mean,
we understand that, Riddell. But every young quarterback that you want to compare him to, even though we all understand, you can say he wouldn't be as bad as how Bryce Young was last year. CJ would not be CJ Stroud if he played on the Panthers last year. He just wouldn't be.
But CJ showed, oh my God.
It don't,
what are we capable for him for? What are we capable for him for?
No, it's not about Cape. It's about understanding the situation around him early. It's about understanding the situation around him. How come when I'm sitting there, and we talked about this in the offseason. When we talked about this in the offseason, when I'm watching the Titans do everything they can to give Will Levis talent that he can work with, Okay, then trade him. Then and early we'll see it again because it's only happened 2 out of 2 times. Baker is better. Sam Darnold is better. If Bryce Young leaves, go somewhere else, and Bryce Young's better, eventually you're gonna have to be like, yo, there's something organizationally wrong with our program that we can't fucking support any kind of quarterback, no matter whether or not he's a veteran or a young guy. You're the same thing that you're doing with Jalen Hurts, you're doing to Bryce Young. You're blaming the player and you refuse to attack the organization as much as you should. Just because you watch the games, I watched the game too. Andy Dalton was great. But then, okay, so if he plays the Bucs and he looks just as bad as Bryce Young did last week, what are we gonna say? What are we going to say? He's a 10-year vet. That matters.
Hold on, Randall.
You better hurry up, Lonnie. Get it.
Because it's the same thing with the Mac Jones situation. Yes, the organization put him in the situation to fail. But at the same time, his mentality is shot. He doesn't have the physical attributes. He's just not. He's physically and mentally
Mac
just not
Jones
good
is
enough
different,
right now.
And you know why. It's different.
At the end of the day, that's the situation at hand. He's just not good enough to be in the NFL right now.
The Patriots legitimately sabotaged him. They gave him a defensive coordinator to call his plays. If that matters, Lonnie, if you're trying to fly a plane and a guy and they call a boat captain to try to fly a plane, and then people are gonna get mad because you can't fly a plane, that matters.
It matters, but the end result is that he's broken right now.
Because they gave him a defensive coordinator to call his plays.
Are we talking about Mac Jones sucks?
I'm trying to explain
to you. Mac Jones sucks right
now. We all
now.
understand why Bryce is failing. We all understand why Bryce is failing. But at the same time, there's nothing that he can do. His talent is not going to rise above the Panthers' failures right now. He's just not that good.
We agree.
When I look
I agree, bro. I agree.
Find a better quarterback than Mac Jones.
So when I look,
no other quarterback since the modern era of football was done like Mac Jones was done.
But Mac Jones wasn't going to pan out anyway.
He's still a bum. I
don't listen. We get distracted. Anyway. Let's stay on the Panthers. I don't care about Mac Jones. At the end of the day, Brandon, when you're wrong, is that you sit here and say I'm giving Jalen Hurts a hard time and not giving the organization a hard time. At the end of the day, you're right. And this is what pissed me off about you, right? You'll sit there and say they didn't give him nothing, right? Dog, we didn't have 300. We barely had 300 yards of offense in 2 weeks. He come in here and give us 300-400 yards by himself. That's one. Here go 2. This is what you rather do, because you want to blame everybody but Bryce Young. You're right. You
didn't listen when I said he also did not play well. You don't listen. You don't listen. You just want to hear what you want to hear, and I'm not going to take that from you, bro. Just the shit that pissed me off about you. Now you got me cussing. You do all the time, bro. You do this all the time when it's a telegram, when it's here, and you get mad. Now you want to cut people, you want to delete messages, you want to do all that mess. No, I'm not going to let you talk to me like that. Like I haven't been there with you, but I'm at least willing to be honest about it.
Everything. So what you want them to do though, Brandon? You want them to give him everything like Jalen Hurts so he can still play mid, or you want them to give him everything like Brock Purdy so you can still say he's a good quarterback? Which one you want?
Give them something.
I just named.
They haven't given them anything. Okay, no. Don't use Brock. Oh, no. Hold on. First things first. No. Okay,
They give Brock Purdy everything. He gets the Super Bowl. You still don't believe in him.
Early, stop.
So what are you talking about?
Stop talking and listen. Jesus Christ, sir.
Because you're capping.
Because you won't let niggas talk.
Capping.
I am tired. I do not want to scream at you, but you're making me scream at you right now.
You can scream, you're capping.
Because you won't let somebody talk. And this is why people have problems with you when you do this stuff. Because you ask questions, then you start cutting people off like you don't know how to freaking talk, bro. So let people talk.
Relax. How about that?
That's what I'm trying to, but somebody over in the middle looking over here playing Madden, not even paying attention to shit when we're trying to talk about this.
I'm paying attention to everything. That's why I'm responding to everything.
Because guess what, bro? Fine. Ironically, I want the guy that your organization spent hard-earned assets to make him be as supported as you can. Because guess what? Just because you're number one pick, not every number one pick is built the same. Not everybody can just build up a
definitely true,
especially when you know his physical limitations. I'm sorry that I want the Panthers to support him the way the Titans freaking supported Will Levis. That's all I'm asking for. The same way when we saw your owner walk into a mom and pop because they read a joke on their thing and started cutting people out in there. The same way your owner was making plays that legitimately affect your franchise. But guess what? No, Early, it's Bryce Young's fault.
But okay,
hold on,
what is, but y'all be knowing
early stop. Bryce Young has not played well. No, do it.
Bring that up.
Because I'll scream right back, bro. No, Bryce Young has not played well. No, Riddell, let me finish what I'm going to say. Bryce Young has not played well. Bryce Young, once again, early, I'll say it slow so you can listen. Bryce Young has not played well. We all understand that. But we, at least some of us, are willing to be like, oh, we understand that, sure, he's not playing well, but he's not being supported with the way I see other quarterbacks are not being supported. You want him to lift your franchise up. Guess what, Early? Bryce Young is not Cam Newton. He's not that.
He's like $180, baby.
He's not that. So guess what? Now that you know what his limitations are, let's do everything we can to support him. But they haven't done that.
Fuck out, bro.
But they haven't done that.
Hold on.
Let me respond.
It don't make sense. So y'all not make sense.
Hold on, Early. I'm gonna respond in this way. The Panthers, what happened? What have we seen in this last game? What did they do?
They had a quarterback.
That was a rhetorical question. Bryce Young needed more weapons. They got Deontay Johnson. We saw today, Deontay Johnson was cooking. He also got Xavier Legette, a raw project, but someone who has the physical attributes to be a real threat in the NFL.
You were saying he's like a DK.
Facts. What did they do? They got offensive linemen. What did it look like today? It looked like Andy Dalton was getting protected pretty well.
Talk about that. Talk about the screen game, Riddell. What the O-line that was getting upfield.
No, I'm with you. What did they do? They wanted to make sure that run game is effective. Today, Chuba Hubbard looked the best we've seen in a very long time. The defense, what did they do? What is the defense supposed to do? Well, the last year the defense was good, and this year the defense we thought was terrible showed up and started shutting down the team that they played. Who they played? I forget who they played. The Raiders. They shut down the Raiders, and that Raiders team was putting points on the Ravens, right? So let's be very clear. All the things that we want them to do for Bryce Young, they did do in the offseason, and Bryce Young still was trash. They tried to do it.
That's all I'm saying, Brandon. You act like they did get Deontay Johnson.
I just think this game.
We're sitting here acting like.
Wait.
You know what? Never mind. So when the Panthers get blown out by the Bengals next week, and we come back here with Andy Dalton as a quarterback,
and if they don't, then what, Brandon? You gonna admit you wrong?
All I'm going to say is fine, Early. Let's have it your way. Let's trade Bryce Young. And guess what? Now you don't have any plan at quarterback for the future because guess what? Andy Dalton is not playing for 10 years for your franchise.
It don't matter. There are 5 to 6 quarterbacks come out in the next 2 or 3 years, bro, that can take Bryce Young's spot. My biggest complaint, and I keep saying this random, but it's the biggest thing. We can go back and forth, but I still love you. This is the biggest thing. Dog, when you speak about how they didn't put stuff around them, don't compare them with Lev when the first overall pick. We're going to stop acting like when you get a first. Oh, guys, can we admit?
Pretend like Will Levis was a fifth-round pick either,
Can we admit though, random? You cannot when a guy goes first overall, especially a quarterback, first overall. Can we not stop acting like you got to put every single thing around him, or you even have the ability? Don't get it twisted. The only reason not Bryce Young, but Caleb Williams even had the tools that he has is because he wasn't even supposed to be on that team. That team is not a first-round pick team, dog. How many first-round pick teams you think got the ability to get all the pieces too? It's the reason why we first round. We don't have nothing. You a first overall pick for a reason. We don't have nothing.
I understand that, but also not every first overall pick is built. Every first overall pick is not built the same. Okay, Peyton Manning was a first. We're not gonna compare Baker Mayfield and fucking Bryce Young to Cam Newton
and Peyton Manning.
Yeah, and Peyton Manning. We're not. Those are completely different tiers. Just because you want that, that's because that's the truth. Some people, you understand that you have to do everything you can to support those people a little differently than others.
Baker
Manning,
hold on. Baker has never had a season like Bryce Young has. Hold
on.
I agree. Let's move on.
If we're going by what Early's saying, then Early would be calling for Peyton Manning to be fucking kicked out the league after his first year because he threw 28
flashes. He showed flashes. You know that's a lie.
First of all, you say you watch football longer than us. You were fucking 7 when that happened. But the only reason we know that we went back and watched it. Whatever.
Let's move on. Hey, since we're talking about the Browns, let's talk about the Browns and let's talk about
Oh my God, who cares about the Browns?
Malik MF
And he
Neighbors.
throws.
Let's talk about
And he
him.
throws.
He's a dog. He's a dog. He's a dog. Yeah.
Do we?
Hey, early,
bro.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you prematurely. Thank you. By the way, thank you. I do appreciate you filling up my pockets. So Malik Neighbors is gonna win Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I'm standing on it because he's so good. He's making Daniel Jones look serviceable. Hey, that's when you know a receiver is good. When he makes a quarterback look like he's not as bad as he really is, that's when you know you're a really great receiver. Malik Neighbors is fantastic. Not much to say. Upset the Browns. Shout out to Sean Watson.
It wasn't really upset though.
Sean Watson sucks.
It wasn't upset.
I'm sorry.
I'm with Mike, bro. Hey,
dude, that one pick. What was that play where he's scrambling around in the pocket and he flips his entire body the other way where he's looking the other side of the field. And then he turns around like he's trying to do too much, man. Like chill out. And then Jermaine Ford, what is wrong with you? So. Jermaine Ford, you are trash. I have him starting on my fantasy team. He is a mid-pack. Oh my God.
Jerome Ford.
And then Amari Cooper had a revitalization.
Pronto, stop it.
Still don't win.
Stop it.
You had so many chances to win that game. And last thing I'm going to say, then I'm going to stop talking about this game because I hated this game. Malik Neighbors, the fact that he is the number one guy and he's consistently doing this, I hope it continues because it's just very impressive to see.
No, he's really good. He's really good.
All I got to say is, they ruined OBJ.
Stop
they
it.
Ruined Saquon. They better not ruin Neighbors. They better not ruin Neighbors for them.
They can't, bro.
Because this whole offense.
No, they definitely can.
This whole offense is Neighbors.
Will be gone,
that is the whole offense, Riddell. It's not your run game. It's not giving it to Hyatt for some reason. It's not giving it to Waddell. It's just, it's like force feed Neighbors. And I literally saw I think it was in the third quarter. They ran the same play 3 times in a row, and they gave it to Neighbors 2 times in a row. It was just bro, he is your offense. Your rookie is your offense.
He's a dog. Yeah, he's that good. Hey, they even tried to do a trick play where they threw it back to Neighbors, and he was going to throw for a touchdown. Neighbors is just him, man. He could do it all.
Ruined OBJ.
More like he's everything.
Y'all better not ruin
again. I'm with Lonnie. I watched Odell get busy too, and we'll just see how it plays out in the long run.
Well,
all right. Next game. Mike, choose the next game.
Okay, well,
more to the Giants.
I'm going to choose the next game. Then we're going to talk about the Dallas effing Cowgirls. The Cowgirls, because that's who showed up today. And, oh my gosh, the Cowboys decided to only play one half, and that was the second half. And I just want to start off with, I thought that pretty much everybody didn't show up to play, especially CeeDee Lamb. Once CeeDee Lamb fumbled that ball in the red zone, game over, especially in a situation where it's 1st and 20, you're about to get 10 yards. You have 2 more downs. Why are we switching hands with the carry? Why is that happening? Doesn't make any sense. He's trying to do too much, and then he decided to sulk for the rest of the game. He's sulking out there. Okay.
Dallas running awful over there.
Number two, Mike McCarthy. This is what I said in the offseason. His schemes, his coaching stuff, it's out. It's done. It's dead. It's all over. Nothing is easy in this offense. Literally nothing. Every single one of Dak's 300 yards today was the hardest I've ever seen. It was ridiculous. You don't have one good run scheme. You don't have one good route combination. Everything is just dirty. You're running play actions, and you can't get anyone open. And I'm going to divert from the offense now, and I'm going to go to the defense. Number 1, DeMar or Overshown, he's not a middle linebacker. Not a middle linebacker. The rookie, he has the makings to be a middle linebacker. Overshown, absolutely not. He's a safety. He cannot deal with any sort of pull block, any sort of block. If you get to the second level on him, game over. And the D tackles literally are the softest D tackles I have ever seen the Cowboys run through, and that is sad. The only D tackle that was above average that I've seen the Cowboys have is Antoine Woods, and Antoine Woods was fine at best. These D tackles are horrible. They are literally pushing Derrick Henry forward, and when you have 2 D tackles who aren't bigger than Derrick Henry, good luck on that. And Trayvon Diggs, no, bro. You're getting bro, come on. That last play where Lamar completed that first down, Come on, bro. You gotta have better defense than that, bro. You gotta lock up better than that at the end. And the last thing I want to say, the Ravens literally did the same thing they did the last 2 weeks. Exact same thing. Barely went over the middle of the field, but they just decided to run down the middle more because the Cowboys can't stop the run. And look what happened. Easy game for Lamar until the end. And I'm proud of Dak, but you can't make the mistakes that you're making in these games when you're going down as much as you're going down. You have to be able to complete some of these balls better. Pause. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. And that's Dallas Cowgirls. Jerry's a loser, and that's all I have to say.
All right. The Ravens were my lock for the week. And I said it yesterday. The Cowboys can't stop the run. Henry had 150, Lamar had like 80 something. It was just bad. And if you saw, like, it was weird. From the first quarter, Micah Parsons just looked pissed off. From the first quarter, he was crashing out, getting into it with people. He just looked dejected throughout from the first quarter. He's such a diva. I don't get it. Like we said, like I think we all said, like, yo, Max Crosby ate the Ravens alive. If you really want that money like that, you gotta do the same thing. And he didn't, and he didn't make an impact. He really didn't make an impact like that. So yeah, the Cowboys, the fact that the Ravens almost choked this game was hilarious. It was I was getting really scared because I was afraid what Early and Riddell were gonna say about Lamar. Because it was looking bad. It was looking bad. No, but they finally gave Derrick Henry like 20 plus touches. We saw what happened. He wore the defense down. We saw that the Cowboys don't really have much besides CD. So I think like they need to trade for a receiver. They need to trade for a weapon. Dalvin Cook needs to get off the practice squad and actually get some touches because their run game.
Yo, CD was going off on Dak on the sideline too, man.
Yeah, when he fumbled in the red zone like an idiot. Okay, CD. Stop sulking.
They need offensive help. They need offensive help.
That game is on CD Lamb. I don't care what anyone says. That is on.
It's also on your run game. You don't have a running back. I don't know who.
Bro, I don't care
about that. We already knew that we don't have a run game. We've already known that. Okay, I've seen.
Yeah, and y'all paying the guy 240 mil. He gotta show up.
Dak's been drafted. We know since Dak's been drafted. If he doesn't have a run game, he's not like that.
That's what he's paid for.
Hey man, you got
to stupid switch.
But we know since he's been drafted. If when Zeke he was at his best when Zeke was cooking. He was at his best when Tony was feeding off of Zeke. He doesn't have a run game. He can't get into play action. He can't like trick the deep, like he can't do nothing.
No, that's not true, Lonnie. It just depends on how good CD is. That's what it depends on.
If it's CD or bust, then your guys aren't gonna do nothing this year.
Yeah, and this is the problem.
I will say this though. Even though similar to Mike, because I think you had the Ravens winning, I expected everything was pretty much on point. Like Lonnie said,
I thought it'd be close. Yeah,
Lonnie said stuff. Well, I expected the Ravens to spank the Cowboys, and they were. Like a lot of the things that I expected, Lonnie said it already, like the run game not being non-existent, and obviously the run defense struggling, of course. But now there's like two creeping narratives and hesitations I'm starting to have watching the Ravens play football and Lamar Jackson in particular. And it was so close. Like Lonnie said, if he would have choked a 28-6 lead in the fourth quarter, the choke artist moniker was about to land on Lamar, bro. It really was, because he choked against the Raiders game. But if 28-6, it was about to get nasty. But I do think we need to talk about how the Ravens and Lamar in particular, there's certain people. Yes, Derrick Henry got fed, but he only got fed because they were winning. If they weren't winning, Derrick Henry was not going to get fed. I don't like how they're using Derrick Henry in this game at all. I do not like how they're using Derrick Henry. The only time they use Derrick Henry is when Lamar is sometimes under center.
I had a feeling they was going to have a hard time figuring this out, though. I had a feeling they was going to have a hard time figuring this out.
They ran the ball down the middle. That's what they were supposed to do. What do you mean? They ran the ball down the middle. That's what you're supposed to do against the Cowboys. You run the ball right down the middle, or you do read option and get Micah confused. That's how you beat them. And also, the thing that Lonnie was saying, the Cowboys' run offense wasn't good last year. So that's why I don't understand why you're saying that it doesn't matter about the run. It matters about having CD play well and other weapons actually getting open.
I want Early to answer this question because he watches Lamar way more than I do. I have a feeling like since I've watched Lamar since he's come along, I just feel like no one can really eat with Lamar. Like I feel like no one really can pop off with Lamar.
And that is another
whether
part.
It's a wide receiver or running back, he's almost like Russell Westbrook in terms of like he's the center, he's the whole nucleus and center of the offense, and like no one else is really eating around him. It's just like I don't know. It's like everything is either about Lamar. Not that he's selfish, but I'm just saying like that his play style. No, you don't see anyone else go super crazy with Lamar, and
But
like it's just like
a bunch
I
of
don't know.
dogs around
I
Lamar.
guess Mark Andrews a little bit, but Mark Andrews
He
really
only has
just
Zay Flowers, right?
Zay Flowers had like 20 yards today.
Well, you know why the receivers can't get off? Because they have no sense of an intermediate passing game.
No.
Zero intermediate passing game.
These receivers can get open. It's just they can't get open for Lamar in particular because if he doesn't like something, he's just gonna take it himself.
He's gonna run.
Even though the guy can be thrown open,
and he's talented enough
he's
to
just
do
gonna
it.
take it
It's
himself.
like I just feel like people don't eat with him. Like they don't.
It's because they've taken Lonnie. It's because they took out the whole intermediate passing game and said, Lamar, if you want to run, just run. If you don't feel like you're comfortable, just run. Look at how many times they've gone up the middle of the last 3 games. None. It's been all run with Lamar, or outside passes or deep balls. That's it.
It feels like the offense,
and that's
is like
why no one can
just
really
waiting
cook.
on Lamar. Like it's not like, oh, this is definitely going to you. It's like, oh, Lamar decides if this goes to you or not. It's like everyone's just waiting on Lamar to get off. It's almost like in an offense, like if it's basketball, someone like is just waiting in the corner instead of people like moving around to get open. Someone's just sitting in the corner. Like, oh,
and
Lamar might give it to me, or he doesn't.
Half of that is because if you go on an intermediate route down the field, then Lamar's going to be running by the time you get your breakout. That's why all of these routes that they run are 3-step hooks so that they could see Lamar running out the pocket and then go where they need to go. I feel like personally, that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
I want to hear what Early's thoughts about that are.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't want to cut nobody off, and then I don't want to be a problem. I just think Lamar is not a system quarterback. I think the biggest thing about Lamar is that he makes a lot of his plays off the improv. So like Lamar's the type of guy that like Lamar don't really run an offense. You kind of just let Lamar kind of do what he wants to do in a sense. When I say that, is in like when you look at Lamar's technique, like Lamar's not the guy that can sit in the pocket and make throws in the sense of like timing throws, like
because he'd be gone by that time.
Yeah, like he it ain't about being gone. It's about the fact that like he kind of like. If you open, you open. But Lamar isn't the guy that like he's not a guy that like there's
patient.
times when an Aaron Rodgers can like, hey, look, I know I'm gonna get you on this what do you call it this back shoulder throw. Like Lamar is the type of guy that like one of the reasons why Zay Flowers literally like cook is because Lamar kind of reminds me of like early Ben Roethlisberger, where a lot of the receiving yards that Hines Ward and Heath were getting was literally just improv, and those were the guys that was open because they got used to Lamar. As a receiver, you got to almost get used to Lamar and figure out where he wants you at or where he'll look for you at as he kind of freestyles. Lamar ain't a guy who's going to get a receiver off because he's not a guy like who going to spam you the way Kirk Cousins is or the way Derek Carr is. Lamar like, dog, I just want to get it to whoever's open for me or whatever's more convenient. So Lamar will never be a guy who throws for 5,000 yards. He'll never be a guy who gives receivers 1,500-yard seasons. Like, he'll never be that. What Lamar will be is, what I think he's very similar to, is the same Ravens quarterback who was an MVP and passed away. I think he's very similar to a Steve McNair. If you watch Steve McNair game, he wasn't a guy who was going to give you a 1,500-yard receiver. What Steve McNair was going to do is he was going to find a way to win the game by being himself. And that's Lamar's biggest problem. And that's the reason why I don't think Lamar will ever win a Super Bowl is because in order to win like those deep playoff games, it comes a time when you have to run a system and you can't just freestyle whenever you want to. So that's the reason why niggas don't get off with Lamar, because Lamar's a guy. And then here's the thing. The easiest way to eat is to be a tight end on a team like Lamar. Same way Jimmy Garoppolo had George Kittle eating. Same way Colin Kaepernick had Vernon Davis eating. No, it's just the middle of the field. It's easy. The tight end always eat on teams like that. It's the middle of the field. I'm the one that's open most of the time because I'm the safest throw for you. So that's my biggest gripe about Lamar is he's not a system quarterback.
Yeah, and to kind of articulate what I mean about Derrick Henry and Lamar and that I'm watching and I'm not liking, and it seems to me that obviously Derrick Henry works best when he's working behind the center, when it's more of like an I formation, and he gets a head of speed where he can run and obviously explode because Derrick Henry's super hard to take down once he has his legs under him. And it seems like Lamar does not like to be under center because for the most part, you only see him in the shotgun or in the pistol. Versus Derrick Henry, he just doesn't really work in the shotgun or the pistol because he needs that head of speed like we're talking about for the handoff. He's not going to get the ball and make a move and you explode from his first step. That's just not Derrick Henry's game. And he's not really a receiving back either or a screen receiver either. Mm-hmm. So it seems like these guys are the worst matchups to bring together. And it makes you question, like, sometimes people, yes, Derrick Henry's a monster, but if you're going to be in a close game and you're not going to use Derrick Henry and you're only going to use him when you're up, then that takes away all of Derrick Henry's value. Like, he has no value when in a close game if you're not going to use him right.
Yeah, Lamar
needs like have like 130 yards. Lamar needs like a beat down.
Lamar
value today.
His best wide receiver is 5'11". We're going to say forget about that. For 6 foot.
Well, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. What does that have to do with anything?
Zay Flowers is a good receiver. What do you mean?
Zay Flowers?
He's a good receiver.
Wait, so Mo. So what Early was saying in terms of freestyle, and stuff
that's not gonna work.
Hold on, random. Because like these bigger receivers, they're more timing receivers. Like if they trade for Devontae Adams, he's gonna expect, once I break off this route, I need to have my hands up for this ball.
Yeah, Lonnie, and Lamar doesn't do that.
Derek Carr, so if you want like a bigger receiver, then Lamar's got to stay in the pocket
and Lamar doesn't
wait
do
for them
that.
to get open. Like
you like wait, Mo, you like Rashid? That play for y'all?
You said, do I like Rashid?
Yeah,
I mean he's fine.
I think he's a pretty good wide receiver.
You like Chris Olave?
Yeah, Chris Olave is good.
You know Chris Olave is 5'11", 6 foot, right? You know Rashid's like 5'9", right?
Yeah, I know.
When what I'm saying is that when you were, Tariq Hill is 5'10", right?
Yeah,
5'9".
So it ain't got nothing to do with his height. At the end of the day, the type of guy that Zay Flowers is he's a route runner. You saw Zay Flowers reminds me a lot of what DeAndre Johnson looked like. Zay Flowers is a guy that on a team where a quarterback can really throw the ball, Zay Flowers gets you 1,300 yards easy because he's going to be always open in the middle of the field. Like, here's the thing about Lamar that bothers me with Lamar Jackson. Lamar is, all honesty, what Alani said was perfect. He is literally Russell Westbrook. He's the guy who, hey, I'm going to get it the way I get it, and that's the only way I'm going to get it. Lamar don't know how to slow the game down when it's supposed to be slowed down. Lamar don't know how to get the timely pass the same way. Like, he's literally Russell Westbrook. He is all athleticism. He is not, to be honest with you, he is not that intelligent when it comes to quarterback for what he is, the two-time MVP he is. He does not measure up to what you think he is. Because Lamar is a guy that, let's be honest, she showed you last year when he tried to be a system quarterback and sit in the pocket, awful. If Lamar Jackson, and I'm not trying to be nasty, but if Lamar Jackson cannot run, he is so useless. He is so useless. I'm so sorry. The only reason that game was even close with the Chiefs is because he ran all over the place, dog. If he don't run out that pocket, the Chiefs beat them by at least 2 touchdowns. Like, that's the honest to God problem. So I pray that he don't get no bad hits. I pray that his speed stays with him because he is not effective at quarterback when he cannot run, y'all. He's gonna have to.
Lamar's gonna have to be able to throw the ball before a receiver breaks. If he can't he does that so rarely. If he can't do that when he gets older, I don't know what's gonna happen with his pass game. Like, he needs to be able to figure that out.
4 or 5 years from now, he has to be able to have timing throws. If he doesn't.
And in the Super Bowl, so in a game like that, you need to be able to hit a receiver like Zay Flowers before he hits his break, so that he can.
I'm with you, but
if you really spy Lamar and you say, like with the Raiders did, you say, "Be with your arm. You are not running out here. I'm gonna make you pass this ball." Lamar is not gonna get it done the way he's supposed to, man.
No. We are talking some good Lamar. We got to keep on seeing how this is going to evolve, but I do want to switch gears a little bit. Hey, man, how we feeling about Matty Ice, man? The real Matty Ice. Hey, Purdy, what are you doing? 49ers.
You're
We're
so
losing games to the Rams now. Like we're losing games to the Rams. No,
honestly, thank the Lord though that happened.
No,
thank the good Lord.
No,
Y'all so nasty.
no Puka, no Cooper Kupp, no offensive line. Still beating them 49ers, man. Hey,
Yeah, 49ers might not be what I thought they were this year.
Yo, wait,
hey,
real quickly. Then I want to be done with this game. I just want to say this reminds me.
I haven't seen him all year.
Disappointing.
Facts.
I haven't seen him all year.
This reminds me of last game very much, but I think Brock Purdy played a lot better. But it's like,
where'd you go?
But the thing is,
Brady ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be winning games.
Riddell, 1 second. All I'm saying is Brock Purdy, similar performance to yesterday in the sense of, you had the yards, you had a lot of plays where you played really well, but it just didn't come together fully. And I think this week was a performance that was really good from him, but it just wasn't enough. And you just let them in the game. I mean, like if you look at the difference between the Ravens-Cowboys game and this game, the Ravens were up 28-7 at the beginning of the second half, and I think the Niners were up 21-7. And that's pretty much, if the Niners are up 28-7, they win this game. So to me, Brock Purdy still played really well, and I'm honestly not hitting the panic button on him or anything yet. But I just think when you have a game like this today, you got to be able to pull it out, and that's what it comes down to. But shout out to the Rams.
I'm actually cool
and Kyron Williams played really well.
I'm actually cool with these type of games because what I noticed, one thing, this is what I'm real proud of. Man, defenses are stepping up, y'all. Like, all this, we going to get 5,000 yards. Dog, I'm loving this NFL. That's one. Two, I'm liking how the teams who have everything, they're getting hurt early, and now show me you can actually throw the ball. Show me you actually good. Jalen Hurts having to deal with it. And Devontae Smith, think about this. We're talking about concussions. Concussions are real serious now. AJ Brown might be out another week. If Devontae Smith don't play, we get to really see what Jalen Hurts look like. I'm cool with Kittle and what's name being out and how you looking bad. And Purdy, show me why you deserve to get paid. Like, I'm actually not mad about this at all right now. Show me why you deserve to get paid. Show me. Show me why you here.
I respect it because without the Avengers, can Purdy win games?
At the same time.
We are going to find out. Right now, it's not looking good.
We could all.
Yeah, but technically, if we gonna bash teams for getting wins against bad teams, then who is the Niners beat outside the Jets?
That's what I'm saying. Well,
that's it. They lost to the Vikings and they lost to the
Raiders. Vikings might be the number one team in the NFL.
The Vikings are legit though, bro. The Vikings are showing up and showing up.
They lost
but that 49ers defense needs to be checked on, bro.
No, but when it came to Brock Purdy, he did play well. Like, but there are things like, I need to see how he is like without when like there's real pressure in his face, and he doesn't have like these bailout weapons. He doesn't have McCaffrey. He doesn't like Ayuk is. I don't know. George Kittle's out. Debo's out, and like in all things considered, in terms of offense, he played well. Did he make some mistakes here and there? Sure, but like that defense, like those pass interference calls, those penalties, and things like that. That's what really cost him the game. Also, I need a bunch of y'all to apologize to Kyrie Williams, saying that, since he's going to be returning kicks, he ain't going to be – who did they say was going to be?
I think we need J-Rob for that one. I think we're going to need J-Rob for that.
But
J-Rob said that shit too. But who did they say – like, who was the rookie running back from Michigan?
How many carries did he get the first 2 weeks?
Blake Corum.
Blake Corum has had nothing.
Yeah, they said, Blake Corum is going to be running back one. I need an apology from Kyrie. Because he did this thing. I had questions about the Rams secondary. I still do. I really thought Ayuk was going to eat them alive today. So I'm sorry. All that diva-ness throughout the whole offseason, and I don't know. He's not earning that top 5 wide receiver money that he claimed that he wanted so badly. He really wanted
most of that too.
Hey, Lonnie,
most of that
top 3 wide receiver money.
Lonnie, I want to bring up something interesting too. You know how it's interesting? When Deebo Samuel's not playing, they lose every single time. But let's get rid of Deebo. Let's keep Ayuk. But why can't they win without Deebo? Tell me.
I mean, now you got
can't win games without Deebo Samuel.
Can't win without Deebo because we've seen them win without McCaffrey. We've seen them win without McCaffrey. We've seen them.
Did Deebo play? Deebo play last week, right?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He played against the Jets, the game they won. He did not play last week.
Yeah, we've seen them win without Kittle. We've seen them win without McCaffrey. We've seen them win without Trent Williams. We have not seen them win without Debo. We really don't see them win without Debo. So I get that. Yes, I get that he's not like a grade A1 receiver and stuff like that, but he makes things easier for Purdy. Yo, Debo would be the perfect weapon for Lamar because they could both just freestyle off each other. If Debo and Lamar teamed up, that's a perfect type of receiver weapon that Lamar needs because he just makes things like he's an ultimate bailout option because he has great yak. He doesn't have he's not a great route runner. He doesn't have elite hands, but he gets open, and they don't have that right now. George Kittle missing games is going to hurt them. McCaffrey missing games is going to hurt them. But Debo was like the catalyst for that. He's not the engine of the offense, but he was the catalyst, and they don't have that right now.
You said you talked about bailout weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, then if we talking bailout weapons, then I'm be honest with you, man. It's been 3 weeks now. It's been 3 weeks, and this guy Patrick Mahomes, boy, when Travis Kelce is looking like a top 5 number 1 tight end of all time, man, I'm just being honest. Not being nasty. He's still a Hall of Famer. He's still Mr. Mahomes.
We got to talk about Travis.
Well, you are being
nasty. It do look different. It do look a little different. Can one of us please admit other than me? It do look a little different. Please.
Okay, looks different. Okay,
yeah.
looks different.
Are we transferring over to the Falcons?
Okay.
To the Falcons?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, because here's what I gotta say about Travis. You see him get open, like he gets his little juke moves and gets open, but he has no burst. He has no. It's like he's just moving the same stationary.
Bro, his wrist strength and his hand strength is gone too.
He can't accelerate anymore. It's like an old head playing basketball. Hefe, because I just know that it's like an old head playing basketball. He can cook you with the dribble moves, but once he blow by you, he ain't going nowhere.
But I don't think
his grip strength is gone too. Like
it's like watching Kyle Anderson play tight end. It's so slow.
But
I apologize.
Can I just say? Wait. Okay, Travis Kelce isn't one of the best he's not playing like one of the best tight ends of all time anymore. Fine. Patrick Mahomes, the bro's got to stop throwing those lob passes in the middle of the field. Like, I don't understand what the hell he is doing. It actually makes no sense, bro. Like, he legit thinks he is, like, on a different planet with it. Like the way he tried to fit that pick in just made no sense. No sense. And genuinely, I didn't think he played that. I think that's the thing about the Chiefs, though, is I'm literally sitting there like, okay, so all Atlanta has to do is score here, but the Chiefs defense finds a way to get a stop. And then, maybe another 3 now. Then they get another stop. Then the Chiefs go down and score. Like, it is just so hard to win against this Chiefs team. And it's so hard to play competition.
Yeah. When you got the refs, tell them, Random. When you got the refs.
No. Let's not do that because last game, the final possession for the Falcons, they were getting all the calls that game. So it wasn't.
We know it's different with the Chiefs. Don't do this, Riddell. We know.
Hey, Riddell.
Riddell. I'm not gonna talk about other games. We're gonna talk.
Hold on.
No, hold up, bro. Hold up. We're not gonna talk about that game. We're just gonna talk about this game. Okay. In the fourth quarter alone,
there we go.
The refs. It felt like for you not to throw the flag on the face mask is wrong. The guy almost looked like he was about to break his neck running down the sideline right in front of you, and you don't throw the flag. Okay, fine. But the pass interference in the end zone, the textbook definition of it is what Brian Cook did, and you didn't want to throw the flag at all. I understand the Falcons got the ball back after that. But getting the ball on the 1 yard line with
you have Bijan,
and you have Bijan, you have whatever on the 1 yard line, I don't understand how you see that, because guess what? That's what people are going to talk about tomorrow. The ref holding the flag on that is why certain refs don't go to playoff games. They were wrong to not throw the flag.
But random. Last week versus the.
I got it.
Well, wait. Let him cook. Because he barely talk. He barely talk. Come on. We let him cook. Let him cook. He barely talk. I just want to say this real quick. Random, keep it 100. Random. Last week, come on. Wait.
Random, keep it 100. Last week versus the Cincinnati Bengals, how many other teams get that pass interference call? How many other teams?
That was a PI. What are we?
It was a
so
clear
why wasn't that a face mask? See what I'm saying? You about to cape, Riddell. Go ahead, cape, Riddell.
No, there's no cape. There's no cape because I already said.
Hey, Riddell, did Kirk Cousins look healthy this week?
Drake London cooked this week. I don't know what we're talking. Don't even talk to me about Drake London. Drake London cooked this.
He said Kirk Cousins.
I said Kirk Cousins. Calm down, brother.
Oh, because y'all are just. Oh, my bad. My bad. Kirk Cousins.
No, just relax.
No, Kirk Cousins also played very well this week. So I don't know what we're gonna try to pull with the Kirk Cousins narrative because he played great football this week. Anyway,
great football. All right, bro.
Okay, all right. Okay. Kirk Cousins played really good football. I don't. It's semantics. Anyhow, my issue with all this talking points, but like always talking about the refs. The only reason why I brought it up because I don't even care about the ref stuff, but. The PI call, I already said that it was a PI. They should have called it. When the Falcons got the ball back, there were like 3 penalties in a row where the Chiefs were getting holding PI on the Falcons.
That's what the Chiefs are, though. They're a notorious team that holds a lot.
Okay, and they were getting okay.
So I understand those. You can talk about that. The Falcons were
getting the necessary calls that the Chiefs were doing, and that was happening in the game. And the reason why the Falcons ended up losing, in my opinion, is because Raheem Morris should have kicked the field goal the first time.
That's hindsight, in my opinion. That's hindsight.
You are down by 5 with like 8 minutes left in the game. You kick that field goal. You do not try to score the touchdown.
I did not have
your defense to get the ball back, and then you kick another field goal, and now you win the game.
But Riddell, and I'm not going to cut you.
Your quarterback, your veteran quarterback, to play and do his fucking job.
He got him in the red zone twice. What do you mean, dude?
Let's relax. Let's relax from the cussing. But here's my thing, Riddell. This is my biggest problem. You know, because you'll sit there and say, so did the PI get called? PI deserve to get called or not?
No, it was a PI.
I mean, the face mask deserve to get called or not?
No.
But Riddell, hold on 1 second. Let me just finish.
What do you mean? All right, you said it didn't get called. I said no.
Riddell, come on, Riddell. But if last week when they played the Bengals, if they don't call that, game is over. Did you not talk about how that should be called the entire next 2 weeks? Come on.
That was not the determiner of the game. Like that call. There was more football for the rest of the game. What are we talking about?
Nah, it's not a determining game, right?
The PI versus the Bengals?
No. I'm talking about the Falcons. Stay on track. Talking about the Falcons Chiefs game.
But never mind.
Because he just talked about the face mask. So I'm responding to that.
Y'all let Riddell cap when he like a team. All right.
The PI call for the Bengals is an obvious PI call. I already said it was an obvious PI call. We all agree it was an obvious PI call.
Back-to-back games with the refs bailing them out, bro. Back-to-back games with the refs bailing them out on big plays.
How did they bail him out in the Falcons Chiefs game? What are you talking about? The Falcons were getting penalties too. They were both getting penalties. You guys are just complaining right now.
Oh man, Riddell, you vicious right now, baby. You vicious right now.
The Falcons were getting PI
you vicious right now.
In the red zone. The Chiefs did not get the call that they should have got. They were both getting PI. They were both getting penalties.
You got it, bro.
You got it. Oh, but
anytime a penalty happens, if the Chiefs win,
no. It's just
he's just gonna keep.
When you like a team, bro, they can do no wrong, bro.
He's just gonna keep no wrong. Also, at the same time, most importantly, Xavier.
Now you guys are just.
You just said, bro. You just said Kirk Cousins played great football this week. So what did Andy Dalton do? Play God football?
What?
If you're saying what Kirk Cousins did tonight was great football, then what did Andy Dalton do?
Had two good.
Andy Dalton played great football too. Like, what do you
He played great. Yeah, all right. You got it, bro. I'm gonna shut up because I cut people off. I'm gonna shut up.
Yo, before we move on to the next game, second game in a row, Xavier Worthy, 17 yards. What? I'm trying to watch him run routes. I'm trying to watch him get open. I'm not seeing what y'all are seeing. What y'all saw week one when he went off. Those were like wildcat plays and run and like screen like trick plays. I'm not seeing him run routes. I don't seeing him like catch ball. Like I'm not seeing nothing. I'm not seeing nothing from.
He's a gadget player. That's what he is.
But hey, look, don't do this, Lonnie. Don't tell me what I do wrong. Tell me what I do great. Let's speak on Rashee Rice and how he is receiving number one.
Rice, Mr. GTA himself, he's balling. Mr. GTA himself, he is balling.
Come on.
Hey, but that's definitely his nickname on the pod, bro. GTA.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you another thing too.
Call
Travis
it
Kelce,
Mr.
Travis
GTA.
Kelce, what I'm noticing, Travis Kelce's the guy who take care of his body, and you can see it starting. And all them guys who don't take care of their body, you see the effects where because a guy like Tony Gonzalez who took care of his body, treated his body like a kingdom. Like,
he's 34 years old.
I watch again. I just said guys like Tony Gonzalez, guys like that. You know how old Jason Witten was? For you nasty, Mike. How old Jason Witten? When he put up 1,000 yard season? 37, 38.
Bro, it looked like Jason Witten had bricks tied to his feet when he was about
Jason
to
Witten,
Antonio Gates.
Jason Witten didn't have 1,000 yards at 37 really.
I mean, Travis Kelce.
He was 800.
Travis
He was literally that guy's number one guy.
No, 37. I think he was in Oakland, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, but Travis Kelce last year at the beginning of the season was not playing well, and then the playoffs hit, and he played fantastic. So he might just be waiting for the playoffs like he did last year. I mean,
Nah, you know why you can't do that? Because if we being honest,
Jimmy Butler does that.
If we being honest, come on, don't be nasty. If we're being honest though, and we're being honest, the Chiefs and Random knows this too. Because Randall only won't keep it 100 about play calls. The Chiefs should be 0-2 right now, bro. I mean 1-2 right now, bro. They can easily be 1-2 right now.
Oh my god, y'all are just.
But they're not.
But you don't. But
They're not.
You don't see that though. How you literally?
I'm talking about early and
not be truthful.
Lonnie, relax. I'm not talking about you. I'm just using it as a blanket term.
You won't be truthful.
I did say. I already said it was a PI. Like, what you guys are just. You guys are just not. I'm saying a blanket term. Not doesn't mean everybody.
You just said it with the face mask, though. It should have been called. You just said that.
Fine, but that's not why they lost the game. What are we doing?
So, but we're not going to act like getting like
we're
getting the 1 yard line.
They both got penalties. It should have been a PI. I already agree, but there's still a lot of game left. They had plenty of chances to score.
If they call that PI, they're at the 1 yard line. They score a touchdown,
and the game's completely different. The game's called completely different.
Score a touchdown if that PI.
The problem with it, we haven't Randall,
that's fine.
But with me, Randall, and Lonnie having is that they never called that on the Chiefs. It seemed like lately, man. Y'all get all the calls,
penalties on the Chiefs right after
that. It felt like
so many penalties after.
Yes, because once again, Riddell, this is known about the Chiefs. Their corners hold. They hold all the time. Yes. And also felt like, oh my God, it was such a bad missed PI call. We need to throw flags on the Chiefs.
That PI call that they called after it was not that egregious. It was nowhere near as egregious.
Because Riddell, you played football. You know that refs. Oh crap! I'm gonna get you on the next. It was such a bad call that somebody's getting a call from the office. Explain to me how come you didn't throw this.
Bro, it was PI, but McDuffie just like shoved it.
If you don't make this play, y'all lose the game. Ain't no other team getting that call, man. Even if he was there too early or not, no other team was getting that call.
Play before that play was a penalty on the Chiefs. Like y'all,
so we're just gonna analyze how the refs screwed this game up. That's the only thing we're gonna talk about.
Anytime a penalty happens, it's like. Oh, the Chiefs only won. Now it's kind of getting there.
Mahomes is bad. 3 weeks in, he looks bad.
There was 8 minutes left in the game.
And they're 3-0.
There was 8 minutes left in the game. The Falcons were not doing smart things.
So much
petty. I'm saying
how was the Falcons not doing smart things, Riddell? How was the Falcons not doing smart things, Riddell? What did they do?
Raheem Morris should have kicked the field goal the first time, and then he should have kicked the field goal to win the game.
Raheem Morris got the face mask.
That's not
smart. Should Raheem Morris also have thrown passes and ran the ball?
Got him in the red zone twice. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? The reason why they lost at the end of the game is they tried to hand it off to Bijan Robinson, and he got stuffed. And the play before that, they tried to hand it off to Tyler Algier on a 3rd and 1 and got stuffed. What does that have to do with Kirk Cousins?
The Chiefs' run defense won them this game. That's really what it
comes So Kirk Cousins can't have a good game without his running back being good?
All right, no, enough. We don't need to do this just because we want.
Hey, look. No offense, Mike. You know I love you, Hefe, but bro, y'all got blown up by the Broncos. Stop talking, please. Stop talking shit.
Not never. That ain't how this works.
No. And Michael, we're not just blaming the rest for this, but
Andy the gruesome hell in this chest.
Yeah, hold on. But we're not just blaming Michael. We're not just blaming the refs for this because Riddell is right. The Falcons did make decisions that also cost them the game. But what reason we're harping on that PI call the way it was, the same way Sunday Night Football was harping on the PI call, because that game is completely different if that play is called. If that penalty is called,
it's just not fair. Y'all get the calls and nobody else does. That's just
now look.
Fair.
The dominant teams get called. The Patriots got calls. The Cowboys got calls. My only thing, it just seems like right now it just sucks right now because they're 3-0, and I'm sitting there like, God damn it, man! Like, come on, man! Like, if they're 3-0 and they weren't dominant, we obviously a lot of people will feel a little differently. But the fact that Mahomes isn't playing well, whatever's going on with Travis Kelce, if he's just saving it for the playoffs, which to me
he ain't saving it. He ain't got it no more.
I never agreed with people that saying that, and that's because Jimmy Butler did it twice. Jim Butler did it twice, and now we're saying people just expect him to do that every time.
This Chiefs team is like a chameleon. They can just win in any way.
Oh my God, Michael,
he's spinning. Dude, early. Literally any other analysis, but the refs blew this game. Early's be like, oh my God, no. The reality is that they can win with Patrick Mahomes throwing for 300 yards. They can win with Patrick Mahomes throwing for a pick because they play complementary football. When their offense isn't working, their defense is stout. And when
Cincinnati outplayed them, dog.
Their offense.
Cincinnati outplayed them. Point blank period.
But you gotta knock the champ out. That's what the Chiefs. You gotta knock them out.
You're right.
And Cincinnati gave the game away.
Really like
they can win blowouts. They can win in close games.
You don't get. They don't call that call on y'all corners, but y'all hold the Jets receiver. Then when you don't get the call versus the Bills, that's all you can talk about. You won't even shake Josh Allen's hand. Man.
We're still talking about that almost a year later, by the way. Almost a year later, we're still talking about the one blip of Patrick Mahomes not being good
next
sport.
game.
The one time.
No, okay, Mike. We talk about Tom Brady not shaking Nick Foles' hand, and that happened 7 years ago.
Yeah,
so let's not calm down and start acting like.
I don't care about any of that.
Okay, you don't, but people do.
I feel like
and I think that's whatever. I just think it doesn't matter.
Has to be the Texans versus the Vikings. That has to be the next game.
Mike, you ain't got no backbone. You just like whoever win.
Lonnie,
Early, you ain't got no backbone. Shut up, bro.
Like whoever wins.
All right, bro. I mean, I'm about to I got better shit to do than Early told me that I got no backbone.
Let me intro this part.
Everything that I've said about my team and other teams have been right this year.
Yo,
so get out of here with this
Mike, put down the weapons, bro. Put down the weapons.
I'm not putting down the weapons. No,
I'm calling Arby's. Mike, I will say, Mike.
They're straight up.
Mike, chill. We trying to talk about the Texans getting whooped right now. All right, let's talk about this. The Vikings seem like they're for real with their decimation of the Texans today. Sam Darnold, he did get hurt, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be okay. Threw 4 touchdowns. Revelation. I'm going to say it, but this is what I want to say about the OFP. No more MVP talks on anybody until week 8. Because we saw what happened to the guy in the middle over there talking about Dark Horse MVP. No more MVP talk.
Well, I'm not done. No, I ain't done. That's not. Why do we feel like we can say this stuff when half the teams y'all pick lost? Baker wasn't even supposed to be here right now. That's how y'all put it. Y'all try to write my man up. Oh, he's not even top 10.
Hefe, I should have stopped you the first time, but that's why we're setting it now. But you know what? Riddell, since you want to be the nasty one for this one, you go ahead and talk about the game. And then, Lonnie, get ready with your armor because you got to respond.
Yeah.
So, Riddell, go ahead.
Hey, man. What is going on with the Texans? The Texans, first game of the seasons, they barely scraped by the Colts. Made me question myself. That's crazy. Thinking Anthony Richardson is a good quarterback. Hey, that was crazy. So, we come out here. The Texans got all these pieces. They got Stephon Diggs. They got Danielle Hunter. They got Joe Mixon. We think, oh, man. Then the second game of the year.
Joe Mixon was out, though.
Joe Mixon. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Who did the Texans play the second game of the year, Lonnie?
The Bears.
Remember that.
The same two quarterbacks that went against each other today.
Closed game against the Bears. It was a scraper. And then we get to a game with a team that's looking like they're elite. And you get smacked? Oh my God. Were those first 2 wins fraudulent a little bit? That's what we got to ask, because I'm not going to lie, throughout this entire year so far, other than Nico Collins, this past game has been looking kind of shaky, and I'm not really sure why. And I'm curious.
Stephon Diggs?
I'm curious if there's a little like CJ Stroud and the offense don't know who the guys are. They're trying to kind of confuse, trying to figure out what is the direction of the offense. And one thing that I'm a big advocate for, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And they added Joe Mixon, they added Diggs, and now this offense is looking like this doesn't look like that explosive Texans offense that I saw last year. So I'm a little concerned. I feel like more than likely they'll be able to figure it out. But if this is a sophomore slump, or if this is a situation with all this talent, they can't get it done with how much people were hyping up CJ Stroud. The way that we're going to cook Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud's going to get cooked the exact same way because we're expecting contender Texans.
He was
I don't agree with what you just said, bro.
No, actually, it was Josh Allen had the best odds. But no, so
start the season.
I think it was Josh Allen to start the season.
Josh Allen wasn't even top 5 to start the season, Lonnie.
I don't know. But no, the Texans got absolutely dog walked. It was embarrassing. It looks like when you're talking about the offense, it kind of looks like there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Like there's just too much. Like I feel like that's what's going on right now, and also like the continuity is just not there. I don't know if y'all saw that 4 penalties in a row by the offensive line.
That was crazy.
I was like, yo, what is going on? I was like, what's happening? You can't even put that on. You can't put that on TJ. That's just the offensive line losing their mind. I don't know what was going on with that. The run game wasn't like Cam Akers wasn't really getting much going on with the run game. Joe Mixon was definitely missed. For some reason, Tank Dell was cooking when it was already a blowout, and we really got to start talking about Brian Flores because what he's doing to these offenses, he's like putting them in a blender. I think I said it in the beginning of the season, like what Early reiterated earlier today. These crazy offenses and these crazy offensive seasons, it's done. Like the defenses have caught up. Like we're in a new era of football. The defenses have caught up to the offenses, and it's not how it used to be with like all these 5,000-yard seasons and stuff like that. CJ, this is the second game ever of having more than 1 interception. I think they're going to bounce back from it. Like I said, Brian Flores is just that demonic on defense with his play calling. If he gets some more pieces on defense, I don't know what the hell's going to happen. But yeah, there's no excuse. The Texans just fumbled on offense and on defense. It was just a bad game overall on both sides. CJ tried, but it's also weird. Like if you look at the sidelines, CJ's trying to rally. And the next drive, you see Stephon making a speech. Then the next drive, someone else is trying. Like everyone's trying to be the leader. I don't know. Like I feel like no one knows who's in control, and I feel like I don't know. I'm not gonna put that on Stephon. I'm not gonna put that on CJ. I feel like everyone's just trying to figure each other out. Everyone's trying to be the head honcho, and it's just not. It's not clicking.
But my thing is, what you thought was gonna happen? You thought Nico, like think about first of all, like I said, the NFL has caught up. That ain't happening no more. But what you thought was gonna happen though, Texas? You thought Nico's gonna get 1,000 yards, and then Stephon get 1,000 yards, and then Tank Dell get 1,000 yards, and then wait, we got Mixon too. So Mixon get 1,000-yard rushing too. What type of offense do they have? Like there ain't that many balls on the football field to throw around. They were good with what they had last year, honestly. Y'all went got another receiver. Y'all need defensive play. I need some linebackers out there.
I mean, going to the other side of the ball, I think I was just very surprised with how the Vikings were able to protect Sam. How they were moving the ball the entire game. Aaron Jones was incredible. And yeah,
say his name, Mike. Say his name,
so
Mike.
I sat him, bro.
KC.
Aaron
Mike,
Jones was incredible. Mike. Aaron Jones was incredible.
No. KC.
What?
I mean, KO. Is it KO?
Are we still saying Josh Jacobs is better than Aaron Jones?
No, we said Kevin O'Connell is the best coach in the league.
Oh, Kevin O'Connell.
I'm with you, Riddell.
Yeah.
Matt LaFleur would like a fucking word.
Aaron Jones.
LaFleur's cooking with Malik Willis right now.
Hold
on.
Speak on it,
Random. Who played better
O'Connell,
teams?
LaFleur,
Who played better teams? Random.
And McVay are all.
I said that. I literally said that. You said one is above the other.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it at some point. But for you to say Kevin O'Connell is the best, sure he's had better teams. But you're saying he's the best in the league right now. I think what LaFleur is doing with Malik Willis is a completely showing his acumen.
Wait, can I just cannot make
Malik
Willis
play nobody.
Malik Willis, last time we saw him throw passes outside of a Packers uniform, the way you talk about Bryce Young is the way we were all talking about Malik Willis.
Oh, okay.
He should not have been a quarterback.
Okay.
Fixed him.
What we think of Sam Darnold? Hold up.
Bryce Young need to go to the Packers.
Random? What we think of Sam Darnold before this year,
Sam Darnold at his worst still cleared Malik Willis in a Titans uniform.
He did. Because Malik Willis was throwing for like 30 yards early. Malik Willis was throwing for like 30 yards.
Come on, guys. We all thought Sam Darnold was
Malik is still a running back.
Sam Darnold was like an MVP.
Malik Willis, the minute we saw him throw a pass, we're like, this guy should not be in the NFL. That's how
can I just say Christian Darrisaw is top 5 left tackle in the league. And that offensive line is legit.
We'll talk about it because I really want to speak on the Packers game when we get there. But go ahead. Sorry, fellas. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, I mean I just like Vikings offensive line legit. Yeah, it's pretty much it. They were able to control time possession, and yeah, Texans defense wasn't physical enough to deal with that run game. They just were not.
Now I'm worried about
Sam Darnold always had it.
Yeah, I'm worried about. I want to see what happens as the season goes on with the Vikings, because obviously we've seen teams come out to a hot start and falter late. Sam Darnold did have an injury, but he looks like he's going to be okay. But I just want to see how everything goes, especially as more and more film comes out on that offense. But they're cooking. Now, Lonnie did say about Brian Flores that he could get another job. He's never going to get another job. The minute you sue the NFL, you're never going to get another job. The only person, Lonnie, that you mentioned that would possibly give him a job is ironically Early's owner, the Panthers owner. That's the only person. But once you sue the NFL, you're cooked.
What's he can just go crap on another young quarterback and make him be terrible?
High-powered offenses. We're seeing him destroy. So we're saying
at this point, he deserved to be able to crap on a young quarterback, Mike.
If we're saying that Brian Flores is never
I don't think any coach
we're saying he's never going to get another opportunity. I just don't think that's true.
Lonnie, once you sue the league because you're saying that there's racial discrimination on hiring practices, Lonnie.
Yeah, but you're never. This is a business, and people want to win. Like I said about the Panthers owner, if they keep on losing and they say, "Yo, Brian Flores is destroying all these elite defenses," that's the only owner we could send them a bag. That's the only one. It's just that there's too many things going on right now, and you know that once the owners, they're very. I get the whole.
Now Brian Flores is going to get it. He going to get a job. That's not.
I get the whole.
I don't think he will either. The reason why is like, especially when you have bad rapport, the other thing about it is Spags is the best defensive coordinator in football right now. He's not getting another head coaching job either. So at that point, if you're kind of seen one way, it's hard to get.
Spags had multiple head coaching jobs.
But it ain't even about. Honestly, about Spags, it's not about him being whether or not he get it because of the whole whatever that was that happened. I mean, he cannot run a full team, bro. Like Buddy, not Buddy Ryan. What's Rex Ryan brother name?
Rob Ryan.
Like Rob Ryan, great defensive coordinator. Some guys just cannot run teams, bro. Yeah. Spags is one of them guys. Greg Williams is one of them guys. Some guys, bro, you are perfect at offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator. Another guy, Hughes was not a good. Your boy Hughes was not a good coach, bro. He was not a good coach.
But remember, a lot of these guys, like Greg Williams, before he really got big, he was a head coach at one point, and he failed. Spags failed.
So they're not good coaches.
Especially if you get 2 chances at the apple, you usually don't get it. I understand Brian already got one.
You do not want Steve Spagnuolo as your head coach.
Look, I understand.
Know what he's doing.
No. Look, there are a lot of things.
The situation with Brian Flores is also very unconventional to get ousted the way he did, and also try to sue the NFL.
Like, and it wasn't like he tried to do it behind closed doors. He was on ESPN. He was on Fox. He was on CNN talking about this. He was very public about how he attacked him. Because even at one point, for instance, I understand we knew at a certain point after Colin did his thing that he couldn't even get a backup job somewhere.
He wasn't that good.
When we were watching Nathan Peterman throw 5 interceptions in a half, once you sue the league, that's it.
But we're seeing Brian Flores destroy top defense. We're saying like, yo, the Panthers owner wouldn't take a chance on him.
He's the only one, and even then, I think owners will go and talk him out of it. Owners talk.
I just saw something, a little bit of a tangent, but head coach Antonio Pierce said some players made some business decisions today, indicated that the coaching staff will have to make some business decisions.
We were going to talk about that.
Yeah, I posted on the chat, and like if you watched the game, you saw like Devontae Adams pissed off on the sideline. Like I think he got into it with somebody. And then he looked at halftime. He just looked dejected, like he didn't know what the hell was going on.
Devontae was getting locked up.
Devontae's ready to go.
Devontae was pissed.
Devontae ready to leave. They might as well.
I'm saying like,
I'm
not trying to see Devontae.
I'm getting tired of Devontae acting like it's everybody's fault but his. Bro,
that's true too.
I watched the game, bro.
That's true too.
You dropped 3 passes in your hands, and let's not forget, Devontae Adams had the greatest hands before he had that breakout season with the Packers. He had it. When Devontae Adams ain't known for a couple drops, even when he was at his height with the Packers, he'll drop a pass or 2.
I think Devontae's the type of player where, like, if he's in a winning situation, you're going to see the best out of him. But when he realizes that this season and his team is not going anywhere, he's just kind of half-assing it.
He better not go to the Jets. I am not trying to see.
But you went to the Raiders though, Riddell and Jalen. Like
I hear you. That's your fault. 100%.
Derek Carr.
No, I don't agree with that at all.
Because he wanted to
get
his best friend from college, and then his best friend from college got cut the next year.
No, even look at
Mike, how we lying, Mike?
Look at his route running. It's not what it was. It's not what it was. He's half-assing.
I clearly no. It's not that he came to a losing team and then he just is like, oh, all right, we suck. Like, no, that's not what
he
happened.
wanted to play with his best friend, Mike, and then they cut his best friend.
It's the idea of the fact that once you get on a bad team where you're the number one option, you have to do everything and everything falls on you. You know, the other players on your team have to make plays. And in that game, nobody showed up for the Raiders. Nobody showed up.
But Mike,
no one on that team showed up.
Devontae Adams get traded or did he get freely?
Devontae Adams
I mean,
go to
he
the Raiders to
should
play
get
the Raiders.
traded, but like
he went to the Raiders.
Was the Raiders a good organization the year he went to the Raiders? They've
never been a good organization.
Did anybody see him get deep in the playoffs? Anything?
The team the year before he joined, they made the playoffs. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, because they got lucky and they tied the Chargers. Okay, fair enough. Like they literally got in because they tied the Chargers. Like,
oh, you pulled you went for the money.
Bro, the Raiders haven't been a formidable franchise since I was
one for the money. He wanted to play
30 years before I was born.
So it's like now he's just mad with the money. He don't want to be there no more.
Because Jalen, the reason why I don't fully agree with that though is because obviously the Raiders back in the day when Randy Moss went there were way worse. But it's the same type of thing. It's like once you
Randy
get there,
went there to get paid.
He went there to get paid, but once you get there and you realize no one's around you and you're getting double covered all game long, there's really nothing you can do unless somebody else in your team.
Exactly. Stop it, bro. Stop it. You want to know who's actually double covered that game? Brock Bowers. I watched the game, bro. They actually bracketed Brock Bowers. They were terrified.
I'm just saying in general. No, I'm just saying that once you go to a team where it's all on you and the other players on your team aren't making plays to when they need to, yeah, it gets hard. It's hard.
They were doubling him on the
Packers. It's way harder. That's just what it comes down to.
Michael,
look, we can act like this Raiders team was supposed to make the playoffs. That's a complete cap. They're third best team in that division at best. Let's keep it 100%. Like, I don't care about the.
But they're still, Mike. There are guys in the league. There are guys in the league that even though when they lose, like prime example, right? Y'all lost the last 2 games, but other than CD did fumble in the end zone because end zone. But let's be real about CD. CD run routes hard every play, bro. Every play, bro. Every play he run routes hard. Every play, bro.
You literally saw Devontae take place off this game.
You got used to being with a guy who was a future Hall of Famer, and now you done went to a place where now you got to get out the mud, and you mad. Everybody ain't going to keep trading you to good teams because that's where you want to go. You chose this team, now sit in it until that contract run out. You 33 years old.
But hold on. Let's not act like Devontae Adams has not earned his right to be where he wants to be and how he wants to be there.
Ain't no player earned that right.
What do you mean?
Ain't no player earned that right. Ask Tom Brady. Ain't no player earned that right. If Tom didn't earn that right,
pay Manning too. You guys pay Manning too.
You go where I want you to go. They threw Peyton Manning away, and he won that team a championship. And they won once he got United, and they threw him away. You done. They told him he was damn as good. You won't play again in the NFL.
Yeah.
We
Peyton Manning broke his neck, and after everything he did for that franchise,
next year.
I tell you what.
He went to Germany to get some
you can take
experimental surgery.
Peyton Manning never missed a study session with studying skills.
And they kicked him off the team, Jalen.
Facts. They did. The Colts because Andrew Luck was coming.
Movement get to. You can't do
This
that
is a
with
business, dog.
I get what you're saying, Mo, but
They
like,
don't look out for nobody.
Payton went across the seas.
No,
He didn't get his surgery in America.
But there's
He went to
levels.
Europe to get like some experimental surgery on his back.
Let Mo say what he got to say.
Quarterback, with an average quarterback, obviously, see, a lot of y'all didn't believe that Gardner Minshew was going to be able to win the games that he's won so far. But let's take Gardner Minshew.
Games.
Let's take Gardner Minshew.
He made plays in the Ravens game, Lonnie.
Gardner Minshew bro. Done so far. He's got it done so far, right?
Did Gardner Minshew even finish the game? Did Gardner Minshew finish the game? Or was it Aiden O'Connell?
Devontae Adams.
Who was the quarterback that finished the game?
What do you mean? Obviously,
I mean, who finished the game for the Raiders?
Obviously, they took an L today. But
Gardner Minshew, I think he did finish it, didn't he?
No.
Aiden O'Connell
went 9 for 12. We'll take it well.
I mean, they were down by 3 touchdowns, man. What you want them to do?
You know why? Red Rocket, because the Red Rocket was cooking today. Andy Dalton special.
Hey, look, Jalen, you and him definitely go to the same barber.
I actually had to go to my emergency barber, and he kind of messed it up. My barber had an emergency situation, so this is a problem right now. But no, but you see, Andy Dalton's interesting quarterback, because I feel like you see this every year where he has a couple games where he looks like the Cincinnati Andy Dalton, where he puts up these 3-4 touchdown games. You're like, oh, maybe this guy's real, and then he's going to have that.
Brian Fitzpatrick, but when you're out of Andy Dalton,
oh man,
Andy Dalton was him. Andy Dalton was the quarterback when he played for the Bengals. And him, AJ Green was a top 3 wide receiver quarterback duo.
All right, hold up, fellas. Let's not. We already talked about him. We gave Eddie Dalton his props. Absolutely, he played fantastic this week. Now, do we want to talk about any other game before we talk about the Titans-Packers game? Because I want to give Matt LaFleur his flowers. I really do.
I want to go because I want to talk about the Bears game after. So yeah, let's talk about the Packers.
So let's talk about the Packers. I think Matt LaFleur has been doing.
His name is not Matt LaFleur. It's Matt LaFleur.
I'm done with Stephen A. We good. But what he's done, because we all questioned when the Packers got Malik Willis when they traded for him, because of what they're gonna do, and obviously, they found a way to make him effective, and Malik Willis understands his role. Nobody, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Malik Willis is a starter. I'm not saying anything but they found a way to at least right the ship or hold the ship down until Jordan Love comes back, whenever that is. They're trying to figure out exactly what's going on with his injury, blah, blah, blah. But Malik Willis today, you could tell if it was a little more, but they managed. They taught him how to manage the game. He only threw 19 passes, right? He ran the ball very, very effectively, and he didn't put the team in harm's way. He said, "Look, we're a good enough team." Like Early said, LaFleur has always had good teams. He's always had great teams, but he found a way. Like, look, just don't lose the game for us. And if you give us anything extra, we'll take it. And Malik Willis has really embraced that. And I think we should really give Matt LaFleur a lot of props
more than Lamar did.
Yeah.
So we're not going to admit that Packers defense has been crazy this year.
No, it's absolutely has. But the way last time we saw Malik Willis play football as a starting quarterback, he couldn't do it. He literally could not do it. And LaFleur has found a way in limited time. This wasn't like he spread training camp with them. Like in limited time, found a way to make him be very effective that could win games until Jordan Love comes back. And then you like to believe when Jordan Love comes back, hey, we're good. Maybe we're 3-2 or 4-1, and they're sprinting.
But I ain't gonna lie though. I think also too random is that we always been a good play caller. Aaron Rodgers was just being a hoe, honestly.
That's why I try to tell people. That's why I try to tell people that his last season there.
Oh no, I'm with you. But I feel like the conversation we need to start having, and we'll probably have it for next podcast episode, is the terminology that Cam Newton came up with, game changers and game managers. We need to start applying that to coaches, because the coaching in terms of a coach that can change a game versus coaches like, I'm just there with a lot of talent. We really got to start
coaches like Sirianni.
Yeah, facts. Sirianni's trash. So the value of coaching is getting felt so much more, especially this season, where so many coaches are making average to trash quarterbacks good again. And it's like, We just got to put that into perspective on like.
Name me three. Give me three. Give me three. Riddell. Give me three. Give me three game changer.
Kevin was saying,
oh, that's easy. I mean, I think Lonnie was about to say it. Matt LaFleur, Kevin O'Connell, and
Sean
Mike Tomlin.
Sean McVay.
I think Mike Tomlin needs.
Mike Tomlin has to. Mike
Tomlin because Justin Fields. This was Justin Fields' best game of his career. This was Justin Fields' best game of his career so far.
No, it wasn't. That Monday night game versus the Redskins when he threw 4 touchdowns in his career.
No,
I did think your coaching thing. Your coaching thing was a good point too, in a sense of like.
I tell you what.
Are we ready to give Justin Fields his props for getting dubs yet?
We'll get to that game in a second. But Brandon, can you pull up that thing for me for the game? Because like there's two halves to a game. There's two halves to a game.
We talking about the
Chargers one.
The generational? Or are we talking about
the generational? Yeah. The generational.
I got you. Hold on 1 second. Y'all keep
There's two halves to the game because like I called
Malik Willis is 0-2 Vic.
Malik Willis. I called the revenge game. I called it. I'm glad I did.
Vic.
W running back
is Tim Tebow.
We gotta talk about this.
No, he ain't Tim Tebow. No.
We gotta talk about this generational run, y'all. We gotta talk about it.
Yeah, I'm off of Will Levis, bro. I'm not gonna
back to back. Just what are you doing, bro? What has Will Levis been on? Because you got
your coach cussing you out like that.
Lottie, man, you doing him like Shaq did Javon McGee, bro. You just piling on him now.
Let's just talk about first game. First game, he's doing the poses. Second game, he's acting like he's Simone Biles. And then the third game, I don't even know. He's just crashing out.
But I ain't gonna lie though, guys. In all honesty, he did those 2 picks, but it went, bro. He was 28 for 34. Like he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. Like he wasn't.
I didn't think DeAndre Hopkins was gonna swing on him though.
I think the Titans also got a lot of problems, and that coach is that coach really ain't a good coach neither though. I get you right. Will Levis been doing some crazy stuff, but bro, that Titans team ain't that good. Point blank period, bro.
You talking about the coordinator for the Giants?
Huh? I think
the old defensive coordinator for the Giants, the guy they got from the Giants.
Yeah, he ain't that good.
I think this season has taught us a lot. That
Calvin Ridley was really bad. I didn't like that. I don't know what he was thinking with that pick to Calvin Ridley.
I think Will Levis just can't finish.
Look, I think Will Levis has been better than Caleb Williams this year so far.
But you know what we do? We're sitting here and random and doing it. Hey man, Will Levis ain't got no weapons, y'all. I'm beyond with you. Thank God DeAndre Hopkins came back today and got.
What happened to Tony Pollard last week?
Ain't we done with Kevin Ridley? Ain't we done with Kevin Ridley? Calvin Ridley?
I'm done with Calvin Ridley, but weren't y'all just glazing Tony Pollard?
No, we wasn't glazing. We say he was being serviceable. That's what y'all always do this. We just say he was being serviceable, guys. That's all we were saying.
Don't say he doesn't have nobody.
We all know Tony Pollard ain't supposed to be a starting tote the ball every play court running back in the NFL. He showed you with the Cowboys.
I also
I want to take a quick tangent.
Being funny early.
I want to take a quick
tangent.
Titans
offensive weapons clear the Panthers' weapons.
They don't.
I mean, Chuba Hubbard is kind of nice.
They don't. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
DeAndre Hopkins versus Adam Thielen.
Okay, obviously that's hot.
Yep, is better.
Calvin Ridley versus whoever their number 2 receiver.
Deontay Johnson better.
Deontay Johnson nice. Deontay Johnson. And hold on. Anytime Deontay Johnson was healthy, even when he was on the Steelers, when he was healthy, Deontay Johnson was nice. He just always had injuries.
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
About the same.
No, Calvin can't catch. I'm done with Calvin. I'm done with him.
He run
routes beautifully, but he don't catch the ball when it comes to him.
He caught a crazy ball last week.
The one where he caught it.
If you look at Calvin and Deontay's stats, they're kind of similar throughout their career. Like they're in the same.
What I'm saying. And let's be real. Deontay Johnson wasn't supposed to be the Calvin really supposed to be.
Fair.
Who else you got? Who else you want to go with?
I mean, Tony Pollard. If we're talking about Chubb Hubbard this game, yeah, but overall throughout the first 3 games, Tony Pollard's played better.
Sure.
I mean, the first 3 games, sure. Yeah, the first 2 games.
Yeah. Okay. If we're talking about D-line, if we're talking about the
O-line. Who got a better O-line?
O-line, they're both.
I would say Panthers have a better offensive line.
The Titans D-line is better though than the Panthers. The Panthers lost Derek Brown too, so like.
Other than DeAndre Hopkins, I don't want none of these niggas. I don't want Tyree Spears. I don't want Josh White. Tyler Boyd was always been a number 3. I don't want Nick Vannett. I don't want Tyler Burks is garbage. I don't want Calvin Ridley neither. Like man, stop it, man. Stop it. Both their weapons are mid. I'll say that. You might be right with that, Ron. Random. Honestly, their weapons are probably better than ours, but both their weapons is mid.
Oh, can you pull up that last picture since we're talking about? Because Jalen said that like Caleb is, or Will Levis been playing better than Caleb. Because I feel like there's a big reason for that, and we're just not highlighting it. So let me know when you're ready, Random.
Oh, here it is.
Put it up.
It is right here.
Yeah, because here's why Caleb is getting cooked. Look at that offensive line. Look at them. Look at them, Jalen.
I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you this. This is a pretty bad picture. This is a pretty bad picture. This is a bad pick. I ain't gonna lie.
We sat there and said the whole line didn't get that much better.
No, I'm gonna say to Jalen because Jalen wasn't here yesterday. This is why Caleb is playing so bad. Because look at half of them are on the floor, Jalen. Half of them are on the floor.
So, look, I get it.
I do want to say something.
Is Caleb playing great? No. But the same
because I do want to say something because I've seen this a lot on the timeline because obviously what people are going to do is compare this to Justin Fields and the Bears, right? So I want to put things into context. I think Caleb Williams, this game in particular, played dog shit.
He did.
Plainly think he just played.
He played dog shit last game too.
No, I disagree. I think he played actually well last game. Yes, if you watch that game, I think he played well.
I watched the whole.
Now, my thing is though,
missing throws.
When it comes to the Bears, I feel like the biggest difference for the Bears is that DeAndre Swift sucks. He's ass. He sucks as a running back. Their run game is terrible compared to what they were.
That Eagles O-line getting people paid.
Terrible. Their run game
or the Bears offensive line is garbage and he can't run the ball.
No. This is the same offensive line like last year. There's no difference. The thing is, last year, Roschon Johnson and Khalil Herbert clear DeAndre Swift as a running back. They had a run game that allowed.
Herbert played for the team. Herbert played for the team.
I know that. I don't know why DeAndre Swift got signed to this team. So not only that, I really hate the play calling too. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the play calling last year was better.
Terrible last year too. The play.
I feel like it was better last year than this year because I hate the play calling this year. So the defense is still elite. Caleb, this game was really terrible, but I do think there is flashes compared to Fields where he's like, oh my goodness, this is amazing ball play. Sometimes he does get the ball out fast, but in this game in particular,
you know what he averages for the season?
No, but what I'm saying is,
y'all killed Jalen Hurt. Fields for holding the ball too long. 3.3 seconds.
No. There are plays where he holds
3.3 seconds, Lonnie.
Right, early. There are plays where he does hold the ball too long, and I criticize Caleb for it. But last game in particular, he was consistently getting the ball out fast and making good decisions. This game, he kept on throwing it into double coverage. He held the ball. This was like way worse than last game by a mile. And I'm like, Caleb, what the F are you doing? You're not playing good football. He threw it to double coverage like 4-5 different times. I'm like, what are you doing in this game?
But you know what, though?
They're gonna make him like.
He thinks Roman Dunze is like freaking Calvin Johnson trying to catch these balls. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
I tell you what, two things. One, I people who watched Caleb last year, and this is why we got to start watching football. Everybody knew with Caleb last year. Here's the biggest thing about Caleb, and this is what he got to understand. If you watch the USC defense was always trash. But you know what they had that was good? A damn O-line. Go watch some Caleb Williams film for the last 2 years. Dog, he would have you know how many times Caleb Williams would be in the back of the pocket and his O-line was just pushing people out the way, but he can take 30 years to throw the ball. That's one thing. He was the super improv, I'm gonna try to do it all king. A lot of people who were scouting him say, you know what? That's gonna be something's gonna bother because he gonna try to do that in the NFL when things get bad. He was freestyling and he gonna learn real fast. You can't freestyle. Caleb Williams got a lot of bad habits. You know, a lot of people for the Bears might not miss Justin Fields. You know who does? DJ Moore.
This is true.
Your number one is DJ Moore, Caleb Williams, not Roma Duzier. Throw him the ball, please.
He had a pretty solid game, all things considered. And Caleb against the Texans, quarters 1 through 3, he played very well. They got in the red zone consistently. Quarter 4, he played bad. Caleb has quarters, he has drives where he looks good and he's playing good football, but sometimes he has that hero ball mentality that puts him in trouble. That hero ball mentality is what messes him up. He needs to get out of that mindset.
But you got the route runners, you got the guys, Cole Kmet, you got DJ Moore.
How can you
scheme him up to get the ball out of his hands fast? Like, bro, stop all these long routes.
Can we think come together real quick and think about the fact that
DeAndre Swift sucks.
He's getting hit a lot, not being rushed. He's being hit a lot.
He holds the ball for 3.3 seconds.
Justin Fields held it for 3.8.
But Caleb
He did not. That was a made-up stat. He did not hold the ball long. He held it just as long as Caleb Williams. 3.3 seconds.
So what you're saying is that Caleb Williams is holding the ball long enough for him.
Sometimes he is. Yeah.
See, my only
the average is 3.3, guys.
Hold on, early. This is why I said if we're gonna bring Caleb in, then bring everybody completely brand new in, not keeping the same staff that was with Justin Fields and then bringing Caleb in and thinking that's gonna fix everything. That's why I said last week, if you're gonna keep Justin, when we had the debate all summer before the draft, if you're gonna draft Caleb, bring a whole new staff with him. I also think the staff.
I disagree with that, though. They were a good team last year.
My problem last year was their biggest problem besides Justin.
But they changed nothing. What did they change in their coaching staff?
Like literally, the coordinator were laughing because Amon-Ra St. Brown's brother is on the Bears, and they were complaining. They were talking like on their podcast, saying like, "Yo,
is he on the Bears or on the Saints? I thought he went to the Saints.
He was on the Bears last year. I don't know where he is now." But they were talking about like, yo, you guys ran the same play 3 times in a row, and then on your next drive, you ran the same play from last play 2 times in a row, and we were just laughing at you because we just kept on doing the same thing. That's how bad their play calling is. They're just spamming plays. That's not working.
Yeah, the other team.
And to be honest, they did him a disservice by getting a receiver with that 9th pick. You literally could have gotten to Lise Luago, who played for the New Orleans Saints. One of the best old tackles in the game right now. You could have literally went and got Troy
I agree.
Ventura, who played for the Steelers, who is blocking for Justin Fields right now. It looks really good. Like, no, you did him a disservice, dog. That's NFL. Y'all so big on weapons. You already had Keenan Allen. You already had DJ Moore. You already had Cole Kmet. You didn't even need Romaduzier. You didn't even need him, dog. You needed some old linemen. They did him a disservice.
The people that learned from Andrew Luck that they saw a generation hit after hit. Break it, yeah. I mean, you got to protect your investment. If that's the guy, you got to protect him.
No,
the offensive line has to be the number one thing for sure.
People, I don't know why organizations think, oh, we just need like 3 good receivers, and they'll be no. The offensive line should be priority. I'm not gonna lie. Offensive line should be priority. Defense should be stacked up. And nowadays, in this current era, we're seeing you need a run game. Like, why did they sign DeAndre Swift, bro? He's not good. He's just not, bro.
Herbert was always good to me. I don't know.
Bro, I think Swift is good. I think what we saw from Swift in Philly was what Swift did in Philly behind a good O-line is not fake, bro. It's not fake. You can't wipe it from history, bro. You can't say no, that did not happen because it did.
Swift can't be a 30 carry single running back.
Hold. What'd you say, Hefe?
Swift look all right for Philly. Like his role in Philly looked good.
What are you? We got to watch the goddamn games, man. So did Miles Sanders. So did Miles Sanders. Did you watch him when he played for Detroit? Did you watch
him? Bro, I want you to understand. You're comparing Miles Sanders to DeAndre Swift.
Both of them. Oh my god! You know who had a better season? You had a better season, Hefe? You had a better season? Miles Sanders. The Eagles' O-line has continuously, for the last 2 years, got bad running backs paid because they look good behind an O-line where the holes are always open. DeAndre Swift could not read holes when he played for Detroit. Miles Sanders cannot read holes. That's why he's behind Chuba Hubbard right now, and we paid this nigga $20 million. Don't let the O-line fool you. He ain't good.
I'm not saying the O-line fooling me, Earl. That's not what I'm saying, bro. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying with the decent O-line, a dude can be serviceable. That's it.
So then what that's it. When you have so how many great no, not with a decent O-line, with a great O-line. With a great O-line, Hefe. How many great O-lines play in the NFL? How many teams have a great O-line? Some of y'all gotta get out of the mud, my boy. some of y'all gonna have to figure it out in that backfield. And he is one of them guys that cannot figure it out. He ain't Gibbs, he ain't Robinson, he ain't none of them guys. You see what Saquon does with that O-line. You see what Saquon did with the Giants O-line.
Name it, guys.
You got to be good. You ain't good.
DeAndre can't carry a running game by himself.
Your starting number 1 overall pick quarterback, you need to get him a running back who can at least read a hole or two because you have to depend on a running game when it comes to being a young quarterback. You went and got a Roma Duzier. Hey, dog, Brian Thomas was there late. Aiden Mitchell was there late. Get him. This was receiver heavy. Get him an old lineman and get a receiver in the second, third round. All them damn receivers that went late. Get him somebody in the third, fourth round. He don't need all that. He already had Keenan Allen. He already had DJ Moore. And one thing about this NFL, what it's showing you, if you have a good tight end and a number one receiver, you can be serviceable. Make sure he got time in the pocket.
DeAndre Swift had 13 rushes for 20 rushing yards, man.
Not bad. No, that was definitely bad.
He's not good, bro. I literally watched the play.
I watched him when he played for they literally benched him when he played for the
I think Chicago just has bad play calling, bro. I think they have bad play calling and a bad O-line, bro.
It's always bad play calling. It's always always say that. He just ain't that good, man.
But whether it's DeAndre Swift or not, like who's their number 1 guy right now? Who's going on for them right now? Who is anybody doing something for them right now? Anybody?
The Bears are not getting hit. But they no. I'm not saying that Caleb bad. I'm not saying he's gonna be bad. What I'm saying is that they thought the same thing they doing over there with your boy, same but guy he played against today that was trash. Hey dog, y'all think these guys are so good that they're gonna come
Damn.
in the NFL their rookie year and just light it up because CJ Stroud did it. That is the anomaly, bro. Y'all had to open the playbook of Caleb Williams like, oh, we got to save it. The first year, he gonna go crazy. No, bro. Treat him like a rookie. Run that ball, give him short passing plays, simplify for him. You thought he was gonna be Manny or Hall of Famer his first year?
Well,
but I still want to know. I still want to know who's the best running back or who's the best running option for Chicago.
The Bears are not good at running the ball.
It's always been Herbert.
But that's my point, guys. The Bears aren't good at running the ball. It's not like they have this great running attack. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm saying. So it's easy.
He was a hell of a running back. He was great, but he could run back.
They were a good run team last year.
This year they just can't run the ball. Whether or not it's them trying to put too much, because Tom Brady has been talking about this a lot to start the season, how a lot of rookies, they do need that time. Would Mahomes have been 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns his first season, sitting behind, if he did not sit behind Alex Smith? I don't know. I don't think so, because that's also crazy that he sat for that. Now, the most, I've said this before, the most valuable thing in the offense right now in football, in professional football, is a young quarterback contract, because that means you can load up the team and try to win it early as quickly as you can. The problem is, just because it, like we said, just because it worked with CJ, just because in a weird, just because it worked with technically Mahomes early, you got to understand, not everybody, those are generational players. You got to understand it's okay to sit a guy for a year or two, just because, once again, you're not just taking him for the first 4 years of that contract. You hoping you have him for 15 years.
But we're holding Caleb to that generational standard.
Even Peyton his first year.
Everybody talks bad about Caleb Williams, but Caleb Williams has played against top contending pass defenses.
But also he's also made bad decisions. He's also showcasing his bad habits from college. Also, Mo, it's not just that. That's why I was very hesitant to say that they're a playoff team their first year, because he's still a rookie. He's still got to get used to the game. All these stuff. But we can't just let him off the hook. But at the same time, the way the Bears were made was that they were trying to win as quickly as possible. And they said, Caleb, you come in, you got to figure it out as quickly as you can. The problem is he's not figuring it out. Because if CJ was on this team and he played the same way he played last year, we would be losing our minds right now about how good the Bears are. Because CJ just happened to figure it out early. He had the right coach, all that. There's so many things that come in to make sure that this works. So that's what I'm just saying. With Caleb, They did do him the service getting Rome, because they should have got him an O-lineman, because you at least want to have Jalen give him a good running game so that he knows that, okay, at least I know I have this, and then from there we can
help his confidence and make him certain plays.
Yeah,
I hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. Bears are weird right now. They should be better than they are. Their defense is an elite. The run game regress. So I hate how all these teams are making moves that are just dumb, and we all know it's dumb, and they still make it. Like the Bears bringing in DeAndre Swift was a dumb move. I think the Texans bringing on Stephon Diggs instead of improving another weird area was a dumb move. I think the Falcons drafting Michael Penix. I don't care what anybody says. They could have gotten another edge rusher. Was a dumb move. Like I feel like they think they're smarter than they are, and it's just make it easy. Just like the Vikings. The Vikings did an amazing job this offseason. Aaron Jones. They got they after losing the Neil Hunter, they replaced him with Greengard and Van Ginkel. They brought in Stephon Gilmore, like Kalani just said. They just built the team overall completely, and obviously they brought.
Was Aaron Jones celebrating when he signed there though? Because I feel like some people were like, "Wait, why are they getting Aaron Jones when they're on the?"
Aaron Jones was.
Aaron Jones. Everyone just thought that they'd be in like a rebuild mode, right? With Darnold.
Yeah, everybody did. Yeah, everybody did. We all did. We had to lose it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think again,
well, they had the worst run game in the league last year, and now they want a good running back, and they have a good running back now. So.
I hear that. You could say they definitely made improvements. I mean, going from the worst situation to
people don't want to lose though.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie. The conversation that need to be had, and it's the honest to God truth why the NFL is becoming what it's becoming. Man, Patrick Mahomes came in this league the same way Steph Curry did, and Steph Curry got. And you go to any run and shoot across America, and these young kids are shooting 3-pointers from half court. My man, you do not be in the gym long enough to shoot the way Steph Curry shoot. It's everybody shoot like that. Dog, Patrick Mahomes came in here, and his first year being a full starter, put up 50 touchdowns. Teams now think that I'm gonna get a now, and let's be real. One of the biggest reasons why the trajectory has changed about these quarterbacks is that everybody need a quarterback now. We gotta get a guy so it's gonna be Patrick Mahomes. We gotta get a guy who's gonna be Patrick Mahomes. We gotta get a quarterback. We gotta get a Patrick Mahomes. So you go and you get a Caleb Williams. You go and get him receivers. You say, I don't really care who you got to running back. We'll go get Swift because he already got 3 receivers. Dog, watch the Hard Knocks. That's how you know about the Bears. The Bears thought this nigga was gonna come in and be the Messiah. Oh, we don't. Hey, we playoffs definitely, dog. We got Caleb Williams in the building.
Is Mahomes rookie year his best year today still? You guys think
we got 18
his first year still his best year?
You said what?
You think his first year still his best year? I mean, technically,
hell no.
When he was starting,
who you talking about?
Mahomes.
No.
That's why.
No. But my thing is that
Mahomes, just because he had his best numbers, that doesn't mean he was.
But Mahomes did so great. Mahomes did so great his first year playing that we think that's an anomaly. We think that's the given. C.J. Stroud, that's the given. Hey, bro, most guys look like how Bryce Young looked. Most guys look like how Caleb Williams looked their first year. Because at the end of the day, dog, this game is so fast. It's so fast. You are learning everything on the fly. Do you know what an NFL playbook looks like for an NFL quarterback? That shit is like 3 Bibles put together, man. Like, you expecting this guy to just come in here and just get busy immediately? Man, simplify the game for him. Get him a running game. Get him some old linemen. Let him figure this thing out as they go. But they just thought he was going to be so great. And because Patrick Mahomes
hear you early, but
tore this league up.
But that it's almost 2:00. Let's move on to the last 2 games.
Okay, I'll say this last thing. It also distinguishes elite quarterbacks from the rest of the pack because Herbert in his first year was good, and Joe Burrow in his first year was good too. So,
and those are anomalies. Those are numbers.
Yeah, but it just coincided that there was like a real run of, oh my God, we got a lot of really good young quarterbacks early. It was Deshaun, Mahomes, all that early. So then people are like, okay, because the NFL is a copycat league. If somebody found a way to run the wishbone to win a Super Bowl, other people will start running the wishbone if that's what works. So,
but that's just like gambling. You might hit blackjack 3 times in a row. But damn, no, you are going to lose some hands. You're right.
You're going to lose most hands.
C.J. Stroud hit, Joe Burrow hit, Mahomes hit. Yeah, but that's the winning hands. What happens when you go on that losing streak? These last couple quarterbacks that come out have been bad because they look at the same way look at other quarterbacks.
So to transition a little bit, I would say for the rest of the games, Steelers, Chargers, Justin Herbert got injured, so I don't really care about that game. Seahawks, Dolphins, I don't care about.
I will say one thing.
I think Lions, Cardinals are the only games worth talking about. I'm not gonna lie.
The only thing I'm gonna say about Miami is that
baby tail.
Only thing I'm gonna say about Miami is that, like, if y'all want to save your season, apparently Russell Wilson's coming back. Maybe y'all should trade for him.
Nah,
I'm just saying, like they need a quarterback. They need a quarterback.
I'm pretty sure.
Retire, or he's still playing?
Unless they're just gonna waste another year of Tyreek. They're just gonna waste another year of Tyreek.
Tua's gonna come back this year and he's gonna play.
Yeah, in 4 or 5 games from now. I'm saying you need a quarterback. Then
season's over with.
Just hearing that, just hearing them words together sounds ridiculous.
Listen, it don't
matter.
It don't matter. Season is over with. The Jets and the Bills in that division. It's over with. It's over with. Pack it up.
The Jets haven't looked that great. The Jets are still shaky.
But the Jets gonna be number 2 in that division at the worst.
True. I agree.
I hear you. I still want to see how like
I don't think Dolphins beat them neither, no head to head.
No, but we do gotta give our props to Justin Fields. He played great. He played great.
Hell of a game, man. Hell of a game. And that
the ball fast
is number 1.
He's all right. I hate watching the Steelers, bro. Yo, their offense is so ugly, bro.
But their defense is so dominant.
Hold on, wait. In the last 2 weeks, did you like watching the Chiefs offense, honestly?
Chiefs? Yeah, exactly. Oh, last 2 weeks? Oh, you said last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks, yeah. Because Rashee Rice obviously was cooking. Man. You just said Rashee Rice is number 1.
You like watching Jalen Hurts play?
Carson Steele was playing good.
You like watching the Eagles play?
The Eagles? Saquon. Yes, Saquon. What you mean? But the Steelers,
you keep picking teams that have his favorite players.
I know. I haven't got Saquon the Eagles, but they're boring teams. But the Steelers
no. The Steelers, it's literally check down, 2-yard run from Najee Harris, 2-yard run from Najee Harris. Jaylen Warren, maybe he gets 3 yards, and then George Pickens is there somewhere.
Defense is beautiful.
Oh my God, that defense is carrying this team so much. It's disgusting.
TJ Watt, man.
Wait. Bro, I'm not gonna let you act like Justin Fields ain't throwing no nice passes to George Pickens, Riddell.
Over the past 25 games, you're telling me the Chiefs defense has played a bigger role in them winning games than Patrick Mahomes in the offense.
Yeah.
The entire last season, the playoff run, the first 3 games,
nigga, that Chiefs defense
more of a reason for
that nigga
them winning. That offense. They carried that nigga last year was a very average year for Mahomes. He made some big plays at the right time.
Riddell, come on, Riddell, be for real, Riddell.
It was a very.
Why are we talking about the Chiefs? We're talking about the Steelers right now. What are we doing?
We're just saying that defense.
This is just nasty rhetoric. It's nasty rhetoric per usual.
Well, I mean, the Steelers are good. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
We say AR and Caleb Williams both look terrible. They're too.
AR looks worse than Caleb.
AR seems like a guy that just seems like he'll be a project for a while, but we might be saying that every year.
And I ain't gonna lie, you know what AR look like Trey Lance, but I'll be quiet.
Well, yeah, let's get back to the Steelers. Yeah.
I will say it will be very interesting to see them actually decide to stick with Justin if Russell Wilson is healthy, because my only thing is even last week they were like, if Russ is healthy, he's gonna come back and get the job. No. So I still think at some point Russ is going to get in. I don't think he's the best quarterback on this team.
But if you're an NFL team, we win it. If Russ come in and they lose, even if it's not Russell's fault, that team is going to have.
Obviously, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens once Russ is healthy. I still think Russell Wilson is the best quarterback on that team.
But you got to also believe, Brandon, also this. Fields' feet also gives that team so many more options.
That's cool. That's cool, man.
This team feels
like
not.
He's not running. He's not running like Chicago either. He's just they've also done the same thing the same way the Packers have.
Justin Fields is better than Jalen Hurts.
Bro, that's crazy.
Ignore it.
This team has the feel of the Rex Ryan Jets when like Mark Sanchez was the quarterback. He figured out winning. Yeah. Mike Tomlin is
Justin.
I'm not saying like based on whatever.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah, but the way they're winning,
way better than Mark Sanchez.
The way they're
Mark Sanchez is better than Fields.
We can debate that. I'm saying Rex Ryan and Mike Tomlin deserve a lot of credit for the way they're winning these games. Like what Rex Ryan did back then. Now Mike Tomlin.
Justin Fields will start opening that playbook up. Watch.
Right.
I mean, open up the playbook is crazy.
Bro, when the season started, Justin Fields wasn't even supposed to be the QB1. Now we talking about him taking. Now we talking about him taking Russ's job.
We always knew he was going to take Russ's job.
We just thought it was going to be next season, not during this season.
I said it was going to be happening later on.
Thank you, Randall. Thank you, bro.
Russell Wilson, your safety plan. Why ruin that? What you can't do is put Russell Wilson in, and he play back, and then put Fields back. You're gonna lose him.
Yeah.
I think he's fine. If Fields is smart, he knows he should never leave Pittsburgh unless they kick him out. Russ is not staying there for long.
Man,
especially if he plays well, he's gone. He's going somewhere else.
No, he going home. Nigga, 38. I mean 37. He going home.
No, it's fine. No, he's one of those guys who seems like I'll keep playing. I'll try to keep playing as long as I can.
Yeah, but we all realize that this game was a win for the Steelers the moment Herbert went out. Taylor Heineke. Come on, this is the nothing game.
Herbert was playing well at that point. 12 of 18, he had 125 yards.
Shout out Quentin Johnston, early respective.
Yeah, what is going on, man? What is this like? It's like a paradox. It's like the reverse world. What's the last game we said?
A quick tangent. What Riddell said earlier with the coaching thing, how coaches are making these average quarterbacks look good and all that, which I think is a great thing. Do you guys think it's more impressive when a coach, let's just say the Rex Ryan, just when a coach is able to take a mediocre quarterback, make it to let's say AFC championship game, NFC, or make the playoffs with a mid-tier quarterback versus winning with Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees? What's more impressive as a coach? Because I think
one of them guys you named didn't have a defense and he was doing it strictly on offense, and the other guy you named literally had it all in the sense of like early in his career where he had a great defense.
I hear you.
One of the best O-line. So I think getting the team to win consistently is what matters. I don't give a damn who you got a quarterback. Winning consistently, because guys can win on spurts, but guys who win consistently, a la Mike Tomlin, they never having a losing record. That's something you got to talk about, because that just shows structure and consistency in your organization.
And also shows you how hard it is to really find. Not everybody can be the Packers, where you go from Hall of Fame quarterback, and what seems like a very good quarterback over the course of 30 to 40 years. That's what they've done. Should be studied, that they found another guy to replace that. So the fact that, like, I'm always going to say this, one of the best coaching jobs I ever saw, and this is not a shot at you, Riddell, when Dable was able to take Daniel Jones and find a way to go to the playoffs with him, at that point people were done with him. People were done with Daniel Jones.
Why Dable got no job?
I was on PC saying the man just can't play the position, and Dable found a way to corral him and find a way to make it work. Same way, that's why I'm so impressed with what Matt LaFleur is doing with Malik Willis. That's why I'm so impressed with what Mike Tomlin's doing with Justin Fields.
I ain't gonna lie, we hate him, but Josh McDaniels getting Tim Tebow's to playoffs was pretty nice.
I know that was pretty crazy.
There was some divine intervention with that shit too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that season was special in a lot of ways.
You know, hey, random, no Mike Tomlin. I mean, no Tom Coughlin in love for getting Eli 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I've said enough. We look, obviously you can do that, but Jalen, to answer your question, I think it's always more impressive to me, like the fact that Andy Reid was able to win with Alex Smith to a point. He took Alex Smith and said, "Screw it, we gonna make this work." I know, and at that point, Alex Smith was a bust. All that, we gonna make this work, and he's showing that. But then, it's while it may be more visually impressive that he gets Mahomes, the best quarterback he's ever had. Now it's 55,000 yards, 50 touchdowns. Everything looks great. Everything looks good. But then the fact that if Mahomes is out and he's able to, like, hey, the backup quarterback in the playoff game, Mahomes is out. He ain't coming back. And you found a way to win that playoff game. That's the most That's probably his most impressive playoff game, was the fact that he found a way to win with the backup.
Andrew Reid's interesting because, like I said, he's done it with Alex Smith, who people thought was a butt. He's done it with McNabb, who was, I think, a good quarterback. I don't think he was elite at the Mahomes level, but a good quarterback. And he's done it with an elite. So he's done it with every single kind of type of quarterback.
I'm about to say, I watched Andy Reid do it with Kevin Cobb and do it with Jeff Garcia. Andy Reid is
revived Mike Vick. We were out here talking to Mike Vick, second version of Mike Vick.
That's true. Michael Vick 2.0. That's true.
Second version of Mike Vick was almost MVP, dog.
So it's impressive. It's impressive, and I wonder if Bill Belichick will try to, because a lot of people.
I mean, he had the Matt Castle. He had that Matt Castle season. Stop it. He had the Matt Castle.
Yeah, but then he also had Matt. He also fumbled Matt. I'm always gonna say
Matt Castle had everything though. He had literally the same thing.
No, my only thing is the minute he was like, Matt Patricia, you're going to be calling my offensive plays. You can't defend that.
Let that go.
Matt Patricia was
I'm never
gonna let that go
because I don't understand why y'all just
can we move to the Lions over
that? Let's move on, because
Lions Cardinals game.
So Lions and Cardinals. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not. There's nothing impressive about this game. I don't believe in the Chiefs no more. I don't believe in the Lions. And I didn't believe in the Texans anyway. Like I'm analyzing teams.
Why you don't believe in the Chiefs? Why you don't believe in the Chiefs no more?
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. The games that they winning, that shit gonna catch up to them. The way they winning these games, that's only if Patrick Mahomes don't become Patrick Mahomes at some point in time, and Kelsey. If that continues, there gonna be some games you don't win because teams ain't gonna allow you to do what y'all did versus the last two teams y'all played against. And if we being totally honest, the level other than the Ravens, them last two teams y'all played against, they ain't impressive teams. So I ain't gonna lie, I just certain teams I'm looking at, I'm like, yeah, you looking sketchy. I saw last year with the Eagles, and everybody was like, oh, Eagles 10-1 though, Earl. I'm like, bro, but you gotta watch these games and how they win these games. That shit do not. I'm not comfortable if I'm betting on the Chiefs or if I'm a Chiefs fan, I ain't comfortable when they play. I ain't comfortable. I don't know what.
And early, I think Kelsey's just over. Like Kelsey's 34. Like I don't know why people expect him to be.
And he don't take care of his body. He be outside. He be moving around.
Why are we talking about the Chiefs? We're talking about the Lions and Cardinals.
Yeah,
but they ain't nothing talking about here. In all honesty, guys.
Look, I do.
Marvin Harrison.
Is your upset of the week, bro?
The connection between him and Kyler still needs work. There's like
my upset of the week was the Giants.
I like that they got him the target.
Yeah, it was the Cardinals
beating him. Try to force feed him.
Giants.
How many people have the Cardinals beating the Lions, man? Y'all need to lock in, man. Hey, shout out David Montgomery. I don't know. You know what's interesting to me? People were so ready to crown Jahmyr Gibbs as like a top 10 running back when David Montgomery's on the same team.
Like, yeah, I do. Y'all do the same thing. Tootsie Pop guy. Y'all do the same thing with B. John Robinson. Hey, man, we can have a conversation.
Okay, no.
We're not crowned to be good.
Bijan running back early because now you're chatting. Now you're chatting early because you weren't saying nothing about. You were quiet about Bijan the first game when he had over 100 yards. You were quiet the second game when he had over 100 yards. The third game where he has a bad game. The third game where he has a bad game. Oh, now he's mid.
I ain't liked him for 2 weeks.
I haven't liked over 100 yards.
No, he didn't get over 100 yards last year.
So 100 yards, one bad game. Oh, he's mid.
You know who's been good? Saquon.
The best running back in football.
Saquon in my fantasy team carrying me.
You know who else has been good?
To see it.
You know who else has been good? Mason, that plays for the 49ers.
He's all right.
Been damn good.
Was he good? Was he good today?
Mason been solid.
He was solid.
I don't know the way the Lions play.
Better than DeAndre Swift.
They not good enough defensively like the Steelers are to beat you defensively. They more so just bully you all and take a lot of the clock down in their games. I don't trust the Lions. The Lions are not better than the Vikings. The Vikings will blow the Lions out.
I can't wait until the Lions and Vikings play.
They're gonna lose. The Vikings gonna beat them. The Vikings gonna beat them.
Hey, it should be interesting. I mean, we'll see. But shout out Cardinals, Lions. It was a very close game, man. Kyler doing things. That run game for the Lions, cooking per usual. And
Jahmyr Gibbs did play well. Yeah.
So did David Montgomery.
Yeah,
can I ask you something? Do y'all think that, and this is one thing I've kind of peeped, y'all think that it's going to be a change in the next couple years? Guys have been getting paid lately, right? Getting the big bag real early, real fast. I think that's going to change. I think they're going to start franchise tagging guys or making guys prove what they got, because you look at Dak Prescott.
The only one folding right now.
You look at Dak Prescott. You look at Tua. You look at Christian McCaffrey getting paid. You look at Brandon Ayuk. Like, teams are so quick to get these guys the bag, and then it ain't coming back to them. I think they're gonna have to sit down with the Players Association.
But to be fair,
CPA or whatever.
To be fair, Jadis is still cooking. Tyreek is still cooking. CD is still cooking. Amon-Ra is still cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And also even
agree with early with.
Watch this though. Every guy you named, it wasn't no holdout. It wasn't no argument being said. Every guy you just named, they paid. Like, that's my thing in the film. The guys who get paid, like, no, nobody argue about somebody getting paid. They couldn't wait to get this money. No one argued about Jefferson. No one argued about Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm talking about the guys that we as the media almost forced them to pay.
Without CD and he's cooking.
Yeah, really.
So my only thing, if you're trying to change how quarterbacks are getting paid, good luck, because that's the asking rate. Because guess what? As much as when after the
it's gonna be some incentives though.
As much as you said about Tua last week, I understand that Tua is not Mahomes, But the majority of quarterbacks who are going to be in the NFL, even some rookies next year, are not going to be. If they're as good as what Tua is right now, that's you would like that. You would like that. The problem is you don't have a better option. So that's why they pay them. That's why you pay a Jared. That's why you pay. That's why Kyler Murray got paid, because the you don't know what the other option is. Now receivers, Jerry Jones made the CeeDee Lamb situation harder than it was. He should have paid him earlier instead of waiting as long as he did to pay him. So that's that. But if you're talking even
with Chase though, Chase been crash. He was a crash out last year.
Well, the Chase. The only reason I'm also look at Chase a little differently is because the Bengals notoriously are cheap. They don't like paying. They were questioning when they waited with Joe Burrow too until they had to pay him.
But they paid Chad though, right? They paid Chad and Carson Palmer well early.
Yeah, but those are the anomalies, especially since that he just doesn't like to pay. He just doesn't like to pay players.
I thought like they gave Carson problems. The second, especially the second contract.
Yeah, the second one. The first one, no.
When he went to the Cardinals, they were hoeing him.
Yeah, the second one, no. So, because the second one, you gotta understand, that second contract is like, you didn't do nothing over here, man. We ain't got no playoff wins like that. We ain't getting deep in the playoffs. They ain't paying you again.
No, I got you.
Will not get another contract.
Hey, Lonnie, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who's been playing better, Drake London or Garrett Wilson?
You got something. You really
Garrett
just
Wilson
don't.
been mid, man. And where's Trent at? We've been
answer the question, Lonnie.
Trent has been the main, and I hope you see this, Trent. Trent has been the main leader of, and y'all, I ain't gonna lie, y'all be taking Trent word too good, and he kind of focused on his football knowledge. I don't give a damn his father coach for the Giants coach for the Buccaneers or not. Trent got a lot to say.
Trent this clip, bro.
Trent got a lot to say about certain players that don't show up. Like he just be stamping guys that don't show up, and then all of a sudden that we supposed to just go off his word because he liked the guy. Garrett Wilson ain't did a damn thing. B.J. Robinson ain't looking the way we want him to look.
Not for one game early. You're saying not for one game. The first two games was fine.
Honest.
I need Lonnie to answer my question. That's
Hold
what
on.
I need.
Yeah, I'll answer your question in a second. But no, we're not going to talk about Bijan like that. Like he didn't have over 100 yards his first two games of the season, and we're talking about the third game against a great run defense. He didn't go crazy. Oh, what a shock! But anyway, like you, Riddell, I watched the Drake London tape with you. I'm not as high as Drake London as you are, but I did say he's gonna be like a top. Did I say top?
Lonnie, you just lied. He has had 100 games, a rushing game all season.
He's talking all purpose.
I said 100 yards.
I'm on purpose.
He's a dynamic
really
running back.
One game was 97. Shut up. He had 97 with like 40 receiving yards. He didn't have a 100-yard game. Shut up.
We talking about rushing. Saquon is getting it done.
Yeah,
Chris McCaffrey last year was 100 yards.
What did you say earlier today? Oh, he's a everything back, where he's a receiving back. That's what you said. So you just now discounting his receiving yards when you just complimented or said how he's a receiving back is wild to me.
Well, who we wanted to be? We wanted to be Alvin Kamara.
Him. I need my question answered.
You literally said he's like an Alvin. You literally said, oh, Lamar needs a Alvin Kamara. Lamar needs a Bijan. That's what you said. So you just
because Lamar needs somebody to help him freestyle.
I know you're discounting his receiving yards.
I need Lonnie to answer my
saying 97 and saying 97 isn't he didn't have a 100-yard game, but he had a 97-yard game. It's nasty. It's nasty early. It's 2:00 in the morning. You're being nasty.
Robinson been a top 5 running back this year.
Is Bijan gonna be a top 5? I think
has he been so far?
No. Before you answer that question, answer my question.
So far, probably.
Answer my question. Drake
London's been better so far. Yeah, no, but at the same time, I'm not a Drake London hater. Early,
I know.
Faye, I don't know
Garrett
about
Wilson is built like a.
Hey, when did I become a Drake London hater? When did I?
I'm just naming names. It's 2:00 in the morning. I can barely see straight. I'm just.
Lonnie, the reason why I asked you is because obviously you're the only Garrett Wilson guy on the panel right now. But one thing that I've been keeping close to my pocket that I haven't said out loud because I've been like watching and I wanted to see how everything unfolds. If Drake London plays better than Garrett Wilson, I I'm gonna be so nasty. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be nasty.
I'm behind
If Drake London outplayed,
I don't care. I'll admit whenever I'm wrong, but technically I wasn't wrong about Drake London because, like I said that he's a dog and he's not a lesser Michael Pittman. That's nasty as hell. That's some y'all said that
first of all, let's be clear.
Hold
Don't let just because he gets a touchdown or two fool you. Drake London ain't got 150 yards all season put together.
Hold
How many
on.
receivers had 150 yards this season? How many?
Hold on. I'm calling timeout. I'm calling timeout. With 2.5 hours.
Agreed.
Everybody got to go to bed. We're gonna talk about the 2 Monday night games real quick. Give me your predictions, and then we're going to bed. All right.
We're going to bed.
We're going to bed.
We're all going to bed.
We're all going
Random. You showed your age right there, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
we're all going to bed.
I hate to say it because it means that I'm going to fucking lose it. Excuse me.
Thank you.
That I'm going to lose this game.
After dark at this point.
Oh my God. This is weird.
Hey, bro, Lonnie, you cut up, bro.
All right. Hold up. All right.
Buffalo is definitely going to pull out this dub.
Bro, can you at least let me set up the damn thing, bro, real quick before you start your analysis?
Snapping that bowl.
All right. God dang it, bro. All right.
Look at Bo's eyes are closed.
Hey, hold
Those
up.
eyes are closed
Hey,
right now.
Lonnie,
You yelling at Bo.
Hold, Lonnie. Let's get something clear. Lonnie, it is 2:00 for me and you. I don't know where you at, Riddell.
It's 2
Mo,
o'clock for
it's
me
2 o'clock
too.
for you. Happy 2 o'clock.
Yeah, Raiders in California.
It is.
First of all, no, I don't care. I don't care.
It's 11 o'clock.
Look at my face. Look at my face.
I got work at 8
Look at my
bro.
face. Look at my face. I do not care. I do not care. We're moving on. So we got a doubleheader this week. We got Jags. I believe it's Jags, Bills first, and then Commanders.
Bengals.
Commanders who?
Bengals.
Commanders, Bengals second. All right. The Jags got to figure something out because Riddell had really high hopes for Mr. T-Law this season, but your boy been looking mad shiesty, especially after
longest
the name
losing streak in the league, 0-7. Longest losing streak in the league, Trevor Lawrence.
You notice how Riddell's real loud about the people who's winning and real quiet about the ones that's losing.
Hey, I'll say this though. I hate being wrong. If Trevor Lawrence proves me wrong, I am going to become a Trevor Lawrence hater. I am absolutely going to be a Trevor Lawrence hater.
He's so petty. He's that petty ex. Like, oh, you gonna leave me? Now I'm gonna ruin your life.
Trevor Lawrence.
I need Trevor Lawrence to prove me right. All right. So, upset of the week: Jaguars beat the Bills. For sure.
Yo, Riddell's the type of nigga that slash a girl's tires and smash it out all the way.
Crazy.
Riddell, I ain't gonna lie, Riddell. I'm about 2 more weeks off Will Levis's ass. I promise you. I'm about 2 more weeks off Will Levis's ass. God, I'm become a hater.
All right, fellas, let's just hear your predictions real quick.
I got
Jaguars winning.
I got Bills 24-17.
Okay.
Yeah,
Early.
and then with the Bengals and Washington, I got Bengals 31-14 or 17.
I don't know.
Like
we'll see.
Because that Washington secondary, everybody eats.
I think the Bills get busy. They gonna prove themselves to be the best team in the NFC other than the Vikings. They number 1, Vikings number 2. That Bengals game, I don't know what the Bengals. They just don't be fooled.
Yeah, but
they
T.
just
Higgins
play
is
hard
back.
versus the Chiefs. They just play hard versus the Chiefs. So don't get too fooled. It's gonna probably be closer than you think, man. That the Bengals team ain't what you think it is. Like that -7.5 spread they got. I know y'all think the Commanders are that bad,
Redskins
but
don't have nobody early.
It could be closer. What do you think?
Redskins don't have nobody on defense.
Have a good game tomorrow.
Name 3 defenders on Redskins, because I can't.
Yeah, I can.
Can you?
I can, yeah.
I can name Phillips because he's bad.
Bobby Wagner, Cleveland Farrell, and a Bogda, defensive end. African name on one box.
I forgot Bobby Wagner.
Hefe knows ball. Hefe no ball. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm tired, Marley. Shut up.
The Bengals are my lock of the week, so I think the Bengals will win this game, and they'll get to form. They always lose their first game, and then they get to form. They're gonna get to form. They're gonna win. It'll be fine. Also, Trey Henderson's heavily underrated. I think we need to start talking about him as one of the better pass rushers.
Can we change locks?
No.
It's a lock of the week,
what happened
bro.
to the 41 points? What happened to that, Mo?
Yeah. Early, who is your lock of the week? We have taped, so no lying here.
Yeah, it was Raiders. Damn, man. Sad.
So okay, Raiders, Saints, Hefe
Mine was the Ravens.
Okay, that got scary for you.
Yeah, I got scared.
No. Where's Brandon? Present those nuts, Brandon.
That clip will be.
Hey, I called that. Hey, I called that too, bro.
Yo,
I called that Coach Dub too.
Early. That gift you sent in the Telegram was insane, bro. Oh my God. That's just like the other one that Riddell sends in the BSS chat. Bro, put that gift away. You spam that shit, Riddell.
First of all, where did Riddell get that Saquon Barkley gift when he twerking? Where you get that gift from, you freaky boy? You a freaky boy.
Hey, man.
I feel like he just had that ready.
I'm like, did you type in to get that Saquon Barkley? I feel like if I type in that, it won't show. I had to specifically type in Saquon Barkley twerking to get that.
Nah, Riddell had to pay for that gift, man. God.
Riddell was like Saquon Barkley.
No, he got that.
I just typed in Saquon. That's just typing Saquon. But I choose the best gifts.
You're telling me you typed in Saquon, saw all the gifts, saw Saquon twerking, said that's the one right there. That's crazy.
I choose the best gift.
That's crazy word. That's crazy word.
Where did he get this from?
Hey, man.
And that's almost that's like a tenth of the Jamie Foxx IG live with Jerry Jones. Everybody was chilling, and all of a sudden Jerry Jones started talking about meat, and he had to close the live. He's like, "Come on, bro."
Yeah, I forgot what Early said, but I needed to respond with the Saquon gift.
I still need to know, how did Dalvin Cook really get signed? Because he's the only guy on that team on offense that's 5'10".
Nah, he knew a little too much details about that. That's crazy.
I was like, yo, Dalvin, how'd you get signed, bro?
All right.
Don't worry about it.
That's how Jerry Jones pays his players. Let me see your pictures. All right, $200 million.
All right. Did we get everybody's predictions?
Mo, I'm pretty sure we didn't.
I got Bills winning, and I think quite possibly the Commanders could pull off a dub.
Thank you.
And we're early, bro. I don't believe in the Bengals this year. And the crazy thing is, I thought Joe Burrow was gonna have a crazy year, but I got Commanders possibly with that.
First of all, I'm gonna say this:
game two.
not over. Let me just say this: the year's not over yet. He still did put up a pretty good fight against the Chiefs. I'm gonna definitely go with the Bengals on this. Jamar Chase is gonna have a good ass game.
Facts.
You just want him to have a good game because you got him in fantasy. You know, if Joe Burrow go
before
off,
my girl wakes up
on
and
your
put hands
ass,
on me.
smoke.
Like, you don't need to wrap it.
Facts. Wrap it up.
It ain't gonna matter because look, check this out. Check this out, bro. Jacksonville
with a black eye.
I played George Kittle, and you still only got me by 5 points, Mo.
Rondell.
All right, now that we're talking about fantasy, we are done. Now we're just talking about fantasy at this point. All right, y'all.
Looking over my shoulder.
This was a fully loaded
better than Garrett Wilson.
week three.
Way better, Riddell. Way better.
It's a fully loaded week of week 3 reactions.
Boy.
Guys, we will see you guys tomorrow as we react to the doubleheader. By the way, next week also we got another Monday Night Football doubleheader. So
what's up with the doubleheaders?
I don't like them. If you're gonna do them the first 2 weeks. Don't do it. I don't like them this way.
Yeah,
but,
me neither. That's weird.
Yeah, but we'll see. And then pretty soon we gonna have the international games, and I feel bad for y'all because y'all gotta wake up mad early compared to me. But it's all good. I want to apologize to Germany right now. I'm sorry that we're sending y'all the Giants and the Panthers for that game. I feel like we really should not have done that to y'all if we're trying to promote football.
Hey, just no more. What was that game? What was the Packers game at? No more of those games in that damn dirt field. No more of those Brazil games, whatever that was. Yeah. Sorry.
But we will see, but guys, we will see you guys tomorrow for the doubleheader. And don't forget, we're gonna have our next episode on Wednesday. No more Saturday shows, correct, Riddell? No more Saturday shows.
No more Saturday shows.
So we're gonna be so the schedule is right now, and we're gonna make a graphic on our Instagram. Don't forget to go follow us on Instagram, like, share, and subscribe on the channel where we'll have it. So we're talking Monday. We're reacting to Monday Night Football. Wednesdays is the official episode of the Open Field podcast. We react to Thursday Night Football. And we are thinking about doing something a little different for really big college football games. We don't want to announce that yet, though. And then also Sunday night when we react.
Let me close this out real quick. So as
Go ahead,
always, guys, y'all know where to get y'all football from. The other channel don't do football no more, so y'all know where to come. Bring yourselves over here. When you want your football, you got it, whether it's college or NFL. Shout out to my guys, of course, random. Shout out to my guy Lonnie. Shout out to my guy Mo. Shout out to my guy Heavy. Shout out to my guy Michael Baldini, Mr. Crash Out, and even Jalen for coming in here. Listen, Bryce Young, it's still time to be a lawyer. Just retire from football. And as always, we out this.